unfold, and the chat's got soul. From the gavel to the gas, we're watching it all. Covering the courtroom, big case or small. Laugh when we can, cry when we must, but it's all real talk, you can count on us. We're not the pros, just fans who care, with popcorn in hand and a comfy chair. And every twist, we're right there, together like we're all in the witness chair. This is the Broken Baker, where the trials come alive, where the chat is wild and the vibes survive. We're watching the worst of what people do, but we keep it light, yeah, that's our truth. It's the only place for crime, and it feels just right. We bring the justice talking to your night. So hit that stream, don't miss the call. At the Broken Baker, we cover it all. Oh yeah. We're just flaming with the view, but we ask the things the world wants to. Digging through the facts, side by side. Even when it's dark, we bring the light. No clickbait, no fake feels, just truth and the highs and the reels. With the chat that roasts and rides, we're just here for the case and the vibes. This is the Broken Baker, where the stories unfold, with a smile in the heart, even when it's cold. Yeah, we cover the bad with a wink and a grin, where the real talk starts, come on, jump in. It's the only place to be, can't you see? For trials and truth, it's BBTV. The Broken Baker, where the trials come alive. Yeah, we'll be here, trial and trial. Yeah.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. I have a weird buzzing. And welcome early, because people said I was late yesterday. So I'm even earlier today. Well, Robin, if you keep on sitting on my channel 24/7, at some point I'll do a random start, and you can just be first. Hey, Hannity, and CV, and Hyacinth, and Broken, and Paula and Anime. I am always early. No, I've been, as you can see, I have a holiday guest coming tomorrow, so I was just putting around and blowing up my guest bed, so thought, let's get started. Well, he doth speak it a goodeth English. How's Molly today? She's a little confused because that airbed makes a lot of noise when it blows up. So it's going to be interesting to see how she's going to cope with Baby Baker tomorrow. But he's used to dogs, and she's just very excitable. So I hope they will enjoy each other. Well, we all do. We all lose our minds over him. That's my biggest problem, because he sleeps in my bed, and I'm not sure that my daughter might want her to sleep in the master bedroom. There will be not an analyzation going on, but there will be. We're going to start with a complaint, and it's going to be a long day. And again, I had hoped I could finish it by today, because I didn't plan having guests tomorrow. But they asked if they could come stay, and I said, of course you can. He doth play forth good English. Hey, Helen from Holland. And Jemima. He doth speak it ye old English, my lord. Exactly. But let's see what's worth it. What? I shouldn't read chat while I'm...
Okay. Nothing from the people, Your Honor. All right. Mr. Yohn, any issues to bring up this time?
Your Honor, I just want to make note and hopefully come to a conclusion on this issue. As you know, I do my study time with Discovery at night. Upon finishing last night, officers usually count these here thumb drives. They counted the thumb drives and I proceeded on down to the booking area of the jail to be ran through a scanner. On the way back, I noticed that I looked through the window in the, I believe it's central direction of the jail, window through the door, and my discovery box was laid open and nobody was around it. I stepped back as I had passed the window originally. I stepped back to look, and a CO grabbed me and tried to push me away from the window, but I could fully see through the window of the door my discovery box just sitting there open. This is approximately 3 to 5 minutes after they had already counted them, and nobody was in sight, but I also know there's offices there. I asked the CO, I said, hey, what's going on? Why, who's in my discovery box? He said, nobody's in your discovery box. I said, it's clearly open and it shouldn't be, as I have this plastic clear lid that goes on it every time I'm finished, right after COs count the thumb drives. There was no officer present in that corridor, but my discovery box is open. I proceeded to ask him what they were doing in my discovery box. He said they're counting things. I said, counting things? And he says, yes, your thumb drive specifically. I said, well, you could do that right there on top of the box. Plus, they've already done that. Your Honor, nobody should be in that discovery box. Nobody's entitled to that except for me and Mr. Jones here. We have come to an agreement a while back that officers would count that up right there in my presence, and that box would be closed and remain closed until further presence of me. I'm in wonderment as to why I've had several issues with this discovery. People have literally taken thumb drives from my box and had them over a whole weekend. That is part of the reason I'm short on presentation right now. And now they continuously get into my box. The cameras will prove it. It's not just my word. It's the cameras of the institution. And they are a state and county employed institution. So the cameras shall be believed. It's not just my word, Your Honor. I would ask again that the courts order the cameras from July 7th in the early AM hours and last night, as there was not only once last night that officers got into that, but there was another time approximately around 6:15 to 7:15 that officers, they did approach me with the envelope full of thumb drives here, and they asked for one so that they could download some information on it.
You missed that someone got in his box, and no one should get in his box. He is the only one allowed in his box. And it has left us all in wonderment.
It shows that there are several times that the thumb drives have been out of my presence. I asked to be in the presence of officers when they utilized that thumb drive to put information on it and was denied. Your Honor, these are lowly level officers who are not entitled to this information. They're not even supposed to see this information, period.
No, they're not stealing it. They are just watching his information. They are sitting and checking on their computer. And yes, it should all be a mistrial. He is being, I'm in wonderment over how badly he is being treated. Is that podium blocking view of prosecution table? Love the expressions. Yes, sadly, the podium is taking away. You can see he's already having a headache. This guy, in my opinion, even though I know Darrell Brooks' crime was more substantial, I find him very, very, very disgusting. We had that whole, hey, can I go watch the VJJ videos or pictures? And I've studied them enough that I can know the difference between two VJJs. That was really, really creepy. And again, it's a 77-year-old lady. True that, Kim. He shouldn't be complaining about people invading his box given the circumstances. No. Them doth drives are in wondrous stupor. Danity it is. Hey, 80s and Mo Raiders. Kind of ironic, the whole reason he's in this situation is for being in someone's box. He was not allowed to be in. Now he complains about someone in his box. Well, it's always wrong when it's your box.
It has caused prejudice since I've been here because all the officers know this stuff. I would ask that a remedy be put in place for this issue. It is factual. It's not a claim.
Mr. Jones, could respond?
Judge, with regard, no, I don't know that I have a response. I don't know anything, what he's talking about. I'm not sure there is a remedy. I don't have a response.
All right.
Your Honor, if I may warn.
Mr. Yohn, let me rule upon what you're requesting at this point. The court's
Yes, sir.
not going to conduct your discovery for you. That is on you as a pro se defendant. And so ordering the jail to do this, that, the other, produce videos, that's discovery. The court's not going to be doing your discovery for you. Number two, the jail is going to operate as a jail. And so if an officer or someone there needs to go through the box to make sure there's no contraband or anything else in there, the fact that they're in there taking inventory to count thumb drives, possibly and reasonably, it could be based upon your raising issues that one was missing that has been since returned to you, two different sides of the story of why it was out of there. And so, you know, they're protecting, I guess, themselves that, hey, there's this number of thumb drives. So until something comes up missing or something's been tampered with that you say was on there and now it's gone, there's not much I can do because they're running a secure facility which involves contraband, things like that. You know, and so if they need to look in the box to ensure that you're in compliance with the jail rules, they're going to look in the box.
And if I may, Your Honor, it takes approximately 10 seconds to count out 10 thumb drives. You don't need to take the thumb drives in the other room. And I'd also mention that I don't know if you heard me or not, but the officers had already counted the thumb drives just 5 minutes previous to that. And the sergeant felt as if she had to go into these things. I will also notate for the record, things have already been tampered with and taken. Officers had my thumb drives over a whole weekend. One specifically,
And that is to disclose that anything was missing because of that. And we heard the explanation of why that was missing. You allegedly threw it at one of the officers and you say, no, I threw it in the box. And so there's a difference of stories on that, but nothing has been brought to my attention that's now missing off that thumb drive. So again, it's a non-issue. They're going to run a jail like a jail and they'll be allowed to do so. Anything else before or while we're waiting on the juror to arrive?
no, sir.
All right, so the court's going to be in recess until you get the last juror to appear. Box we left off yesterday. All right, if you pull the microphone close to you or sit up towards it so we can have that a clear record as well as amplify your voice. Mr. Yohn, when you're ready with your questions.
Yes, sir. Mr. Schmidt, I apologize.
No, he was not allowed to have those pictures on his thumb drives. Hey, Tammy.
For calling you again. I just want to touch base on a few things.
This is what he does with all his witnesses. He starts out with apologizing they had to be there. Well, then don't call them.
That a clear record as well as amplify your voice. Mr. Yohn, when you're ready with your questions.
Yes, sir.
I love having
Mr.
you,
Schmidt, I
Janet.
apologize for calling you again. I just want to touch base on a few things. Can you state your name and information for the record, please?
My name is Timothy G. Schmidt. I live at 4300 North Bottom Road, Quincy.
Yes, sir. As I said, I apologize for calling you again. I do not prefer to have you here. I just want to touch
Then don't call him, you idiot.
base on a few things. Mr. Schmidt, first off, I want to ask you again about the home when you walked in. I'll make it very brief. Potentially show you some exhibits also. When you walked in the home, you stated you noticed several things on the floor, correct?
Yes,
And one of them was a knife.
yes, it was a railroad spike that was converted into a knife. Yes,
And that's not a kitchen utensil per se.
no,
You also noticed a can, correct?
yes,
And that can would have been a 409 can.
yes.
Are you under any knowledge as to, and I apologize once again, are you under any knowledge as to the claim or association with penetration of that can?
Objection, Your Honor, calls for speculation on part of this witness.
Why do you want to keep reminding the jury that this old lady had a can inserted into her rectum? At this point, the only conclusion I can reach is he really enjoyed doing it. That's the only conclusion I can reach, because he keeps mentioning throwing her down the stairs and putting that in there. Oh. Oh. No, this is just to torment this guy.
Overrule the objection, he can answer if he knows.
No.
So there was none that you're aware of.
Objection has been answered.
Thank you.
Saying that.
And you
He'll bring in the husband and a daughter, and I see it totally like a power play. He wants to hurt them even more. It's his right. The prosecution will do whatever they can to protect them, but he's a son of a bitch.
entered the home, and you obviously saw these two items on the floor. Did you see any other items on that floor?
There were some other items towards the there on the floor in the living room. It'd be just east of where that chair is, towards the bedroom.
And that would that be, I apologize, I'm looking at the pictures from the picture view. Would that be the bedroom where you reside at, or
It would be towards the bedroom where I reside at.
by the
Yes.
stairs, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and not too in-depth, but I'd like to inquire about your living arrangements.
Objection, Your Honor, relevance?
Your Honor,
Overruled, the answer.
I don't
and
think
that's
so.
not the question yet, but I'd like to question in accordance to that. You do have a lot of things in your house, correct? A lot of collectibles, figurines of the such.
Well, I don't know what you would consider a lot. We have some, you know. I have a few items, and well, most people do have some things one way or the other.
Yes, sir. And would some of them figurines, as I stated, be glass or ceramic or maybe porcelain?
Yes.
And they would be staged and placed as home decor, correct?
Yes.
And could you state for the record where some of them items may be in reference to the kitchen?
Objection, relevance. What home decor he had has nothing to do with the crime. He's a stronger man than I am.
Living room and dining room floor plan?
Well, there's a cabinet there where we kept several things in.
And then would be cups, crystal maybe, silverware.
Judge, at this one, I'm going to have to object for leading. If he's going to call this witness, he needs to conduct the examination properly.
Sustained.
And could you tell us what kind of items them are?
Well, I don't remember everything that was there. There was some Waterford crystal that was there. Think a minute. I think there were some vases in there, and maybe a few other items.
When you appeared home, or when you arrived home, none of them items were broke or ransacked, were they?
Not that, no.
Is it because the police report says ransacked, and he looked up the definition for ransacked, and then he's going to use that as an argument that he didn't ransack the house? What if any?
Oh, not that I know of.
And is it safe to say that not everybody, even myself, would it be safe to say that your home is not 100% organized?
Objection, Your Honor, vague.
Sustained.
Are you completely organized in the placement of items in your home?
Objection, Your Honor, vague.
Sustained.
Mr. Schmidt, I'd ask you about the bedroom or sitting room directly to the right of the doorway when you walk in the entryway. Do you recall clothing being strewn over the couch?
There may have been.
What about boxes of Christmas lights or some kind of decorative lighting?
Well, yes, there would have been Christmas lights there. My wife was really big on Christmas, and some of those items may have been out there.
And would it be normal for other items such as bags, TJ Maxx bags, just to sit in random places in the home?
What?
That's possible.
Okay, further, there was a couch located directly across from the green plaid chair. Is that correct?
Yes.
And that would be a light gray suede couch, maybe?
Yes.
And in reference to the stairs, I'd like to ask you about the stairs in your home. How many sets of stairs do you have in your home?
Well, the stairs that goes to the lower level.
Yeah, if it had been any other than a TJ Maxx bag, it wouldn't have been suspicious. And again, she had just had a hip surgery, so yeah, maybe that it was cluttered. When I was asked yesterday if they could come and stay with me for a little while, I also thought, hey, everything's looking normal, but then you start going into all the cricks and corners, and I should probably move this or throw this in a cupboard somewhere. It's a lived-in house. It's not hey, it's Christmas Eve. We're having guests over. Everything looks perfect.
It makes an L, so there's the first set goes down, and there's a landing, and then there's another set of steps that goes to the lower level or the basement.
And in reference to that set of steps, the landings, would you say that the bottom steps are quite a bit less than the top set of steps?
Yes.
And if you go down the steps and approach the basement, would you consider your basement maybe a storage area for extra items or things that you do not normally use on a day?
There are some items there that we don't use all the time, yes.
Your Honor, I'd like to introduce exhibits, if possible, to the witness. And these would be exhibits 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, through 15, 16, 17, 18, 19,
Hey, Ria.
20, 21, and 22.
You're wanting the bailiff to take the exhibits for the witness?
Yes, sir.
Judge, can we see those before they're shown to the?
Yes. Show those to the state prior to. As we handed the.
Yes.
Are them a correct representation of what your home observed, what you observed in your home the night of November 9th of 2021?
Yes.
Your Honor, I'd like to record reflect the witnesses stated he has observed the pictures and they are a correct recollection of November 9th, 11th, November 9th.
Down word for word, Mr. Yohn, so the record will so reflect that.
And I'd like to publish these to the jury if possible.
Any objection, Mr. Jones or Mrs.
No, Your Honor. For the record, so the record is clear, the photographs that the witness has in his hand are black and white copies, and I'm assuming what will play on the screen are color copies. I just want the appellate court to be aware of that if they look at those things so that they recognize the difference.
Yes, sir, they are.
No objection to those being published to the.
Why use those when you can use them? Which is the correct Englishification.
jury.
That you hold in your hand?
Yes.
And that's of the night of November 9th of 2021, correct? As you entered your home in the kitchen, living room, dining room area.
Yes.
And I'd like to ask a couple questions concerning this area right here, outside of in front of the chair. Is that area normal for UNCL? there on the ottoman and the table. And I can zoom in if you'd like. Would that be a normal representation of daily life?
Objection, Your Honor, vague.
Sustained.
Mr. Schmidt, would this be correct? Would I be correct in assuming that that is natural there on that ottoman and table?
Objection, leading.
Is that natural?
Objection, leading.
You can rephrase the question. I'll sustain the objection.
Is that what you left your home? Is that the order you left your home in when you left outside of the things on the floor there?
I honestly don't remember.
I'd like you to go to number 7. And this is what you observed when you entered your home and upon your wife getting off the floor, getting helped off the floor, correct?
Would you repeat that?
Once your wife was removed from the floor, once she was assisted off the floor, would this be a correct representation of what was the aftermath?
Yes.
And if you would go to number 8. Would this also be a correct representation?
Going to object, Your Honor. I think it's a vague question. A correct representation of what?
Is this what you observed when you came home?
Again, of what?
Of the chair?
With the rule with the clarification. Give me an answer.
I don't remember what was in that chair. You know, I was concerned about my wife. So
Do you remember seeing anything in the chair?
I don't remember if there was anything in the chair or not.
And if you would go to number 9. In reference to the room, whatever direction it may be, to the right of the entryway when you walk in the home. Upon leaving home that day, were things left in this manner? Such as the Christmas lights, the bag of clothing, the clothing strewn across the couch. I'll re-ask the question, Mr. Schmidt. Is that a correct representation of everyday living in your home?
Objection, Your Honor, vague.
I'll sustain the objection as vague.
Is that how your home is normally?
Again, Your Honor, object is vague. If he wants to ask if that's what it looked like when he came home that night, that's fine. But when we're talking about is that what it looked like normally, that's vague, Your Honor.
Is that what it looked like when you came home that night?
No, she hadn't. He is not charged with anything related to her passing.
I don't remember how that looked.
And if you would go to number 10. And in reference to number 10, Mr. Schmidt, is it normal for your home to appear like this daily?
Objection, Your Honor, vague and relevant.
Relevant.
What's wrong with the way the home looks? It's old people who live there who has 2 different lives put together in one house. When we emptied my house or my birth home after my mom, it took us days to drive all the crap she stored away. And when my dad passed with all the things he had downgraded, I spent 2 days getting crap out of the house because old people store stuff. That's one of the things I learned from having 2 parents pass quite fast after each other. Get rid of stuff. There's a chair, there's a dining table with some stuff on it. They're running their business. There could potentially be something for the office. I don't know what this bird is on the wall. A plant. It looks like some kind of dresser with a doll on it. This looks like every other grandma's house. your mother was into Swedish death cleaning. Yeah, you need to throw a lot of stuff out.
Objection, we keep asking the same question with
The
the same
relevance-
phrasing, Mr. Yohn.
the relevance, Your
I'm
Honor, is-
Submitting it as vague. Ask a direct question. Mr. Jones just provided you with the language to use.
Is this how you left your home on November 9th of 2021? And I can zoom in for you if you need me to. Is that how your table was left that morning?
We're going on 2 years here. I can't be positive about this. I would say that is possible.
And if you look at 11, I'm going to go on, Mr. Schmidt, to number 12. You stated that TJ Maxx bags are randomly left around your home, correct?
No, I'm going to object, Your Honor. It's not what he said. He said it may not be unusual or impossible for TJ Maxx bags to be left around the home.
Once again, it may,
Let me rule on the objection. The objection sustained.
it's possible that this bag was left there on that couch the morning you left of November 9th of 2021. You don't remember.
What, if any, relevance does it have?
I don't remember if that bag was there or not.
And Mr. Schmidt, I have a specific question to ask. Once your wife was helping,
I was putting some laundry, and I have like a sock basket for fancy socks and one for just regular socks. And I have to upgrade my regular socks. Maybe I should throw some of them out, but men doesn't throw out socks or underwear unless there's too many holes.
stuff off the floor, was she seated here on this couch?
Yes,
And this couch here, could you tell us approximately where she was seated?
it would have been where the blanket was.
And that blanket, what did she use that blanket for?
She really didn't use it much.
She didn't cover up with it.
No.
Mr. Schmidt, I'd like to ask, there was obviously bleeding to your knowledge, true?
Yes.
Do you see any blood on that couch? Specifically in that area where one would have sat? Or better yet, is there any blood?
Objection, Your Honor. He's asked a question. He needs to let the witness answer.
Correct, Mr. Yohn. If you ask the question, the witness needs a chance to respond before moving on or rephrasing.
Yes, sir. So,
From looking at the picture here, I don't see any blood there.
and there's still not any blood on that couch, correct?
Objection, Your Honor. Leading.
I'll overrule the objection. It may help us to get this information.
Do you still have?
Hold on. Doing it again.
Apologize, Your
You
Honor.
ask the question, let Mr. Schmidt give you an answer.
There is no blood on the couch as of now.
And you still have that couch, correct?
Yes.
At image exhibit 14, that is the cabinetry you speak of there in your home.
Yes.
And would that be a correct representation? I'm sorry, is that how items were when you came home the night of November 9th, 2021?
Yes.
And for the record, none of them are broke there, correct?
No.
Nor are they knocked over, also correct?
No.
I'd like to proceed on further. Could you tell us what this room is utilized for, Mr. Schmidt?
Again, Your Honor, just so the record is clear, on the screen now is People's Exhibit 15, so the appellate court knows what the witness is being referred to.
Sorry, Defendant's Exhibit 15?
Yes, Your
Yes,
Honor.
sir.
All right.
This is exhibit number 15, Mr. Schmidt. Could you tell us what this room is utilized for?
To watch television.
And that would be where that chair there in the picture to the bottom left and the ottoman, that would be where someone sits and watches TV, correct?
Yes.
And is that normal? Is that a normal setting?
Objection, Your Honor. Vague.
Is that ottoman normal?
Objection, Your Honor. Vague.
Sustained.
Mr. Schmidt, was that how things were when you came home? on 11/9/21.
I would say yes.
And does that appear to be ransacked?
Objection, Your Honor. Vague.
Sustained.
I'll move on to Exhibit 17, Mr. Schmidt. And this is a picture of the top banister of your staircase, I believe, and the open floor plan of dining room, correct?
Yes.
And right here would be the stairs to the bottom left, true?
Yes.
And if you go to exhibit number 18.
This is the last full day of trial. So 5 days,
Yes,
five and a,
you stated
4.5 days.
these stairs are the only stairs in your home, true?
Well, there's a step into the house and from the foyer into the living room, but besides that, yes, those are the only steps in the house.
And
No, this is only sexual assault and burglary and carjacking case.
just for clarification, the step into the home, you said there's a step that would be singular, true?
Yes.
So these are the only steps that have multiple steps, an actual
Yes.
staircase. And is that a correct representation of?
Objection. Overruled. Thank you, Zach. We haven't hit Exhibit 100 yet, but we're getting there.
I apologize. Are them your steps in your home going down to the second landing?
Yes.
And that would be, I apologize, exhibit number 20 would be the second landing.
Yes.
And approximately how many steps do you believe are there?
Again, if we get clarification, is he talking from the landing to the basement or to the bottom level, or from the top level to the landing?
We're talking from exhibit 19's landing at the bottom of the first set of staircase to the basement in exhibit 20.
Well, I've lived in that house for several years, but honestly, I don't count the steps in there. So
But it's not too many, correct?
I don't know how you would classify as too many, but
Excuse me, 2, 3, 4, maybe at the most.
yeah, for the lower level, I would say yes, there's probably 4.
If you would go to exhibit number 21, Mr. Schmidt.
What?
Okay.
And is that the railroad spike knife you speak of
Yes.
that was found on the floor that
That
night at your
is-
home?
Yes.
The knife it.
And for clarification, that's not a kitchen utensil, is it?
He just
No.
asked.
And could you provide us some insight as to what kind of handle that is there?
It's a rubber handle.
It's a rubber handle?
Well, it's as you can see that's a railroad spike. If you look at the large head on that,
Yes, sir.
and the wrapping around there is, if I remember correctly, I believe that's rubber on there.
Would it be possible that it be string?
Screen?
String, a shoestring potential.
It could be.
If you go to exhibit number 22, Mr. Schmidt. Could you,
That looks like string. Yes.
looks like string, it's cloth.
Doesn't it look like it's extremely dull? I wouldn't use that for anything.
String, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, it's the devil's letters. That's what ruined Bradley Yohn. He
Routine
used to be
lifespan.
a grade A student.
Mr. Schmidt, are you aware of DNA tests being done on that knife?
I'm not aware of all the DNA testing that went on.
Did you submit a standard, a buccal swab as they call it, for DNA testing to exclude you or to test in reference to your DNA?
No,
You did not provide a buccal swab.
no.
It's a bit rough, yeah. That was their knife. Someone had made it for them. It's
Mr.
one of
Schmidt,
those
DNA was done on all of these items.
fancy
Objection, Your
knives
Honor, assumes
that's
facts not
just
in evidence with this witness.
All right, well, I'll overrule the objection at this point if you want to finish the question and then.
yeah, but it's not useful for a lot of
Are
things.
you, as I stated,
think
DNA was
mostly
done
as
on
a
all these
bottle
items.
opener.
Schmidt, are you aware that your DNA was the only DNA?
Objection, Your Honor. One, that's not true. And two, it assumes facts not in evidence.
So the objection is sustained.
And again, this stabulator wasn't used on her. Well, they claim that she was threatened with it. And now he's trying to imply that it was her husband who threatened her and left it on the floor, or is what?
Mr. Schmidt, there were two people's DNA found on this knife.
Objection.
Again, you talk to the DNA analyst about the DNA. You don't talk to a witness who has no knowledge about DNA. He did not do the analyzation of the DNA.
Your Honor, this witness has already testified he doesn't know about the results of any DNA testing.
Yes, sir.
All right, so I will sustain the objection.
Mr. Schmidt, I'd like to step over to another issue concerning your leaving work on November 9th of 21. You previously stated in state's examination of yourself that you left work a little bit after 5.
Yes.
And that's obviously around rush hour, correct?
Objection, Your Honor. I'm not sure that Quincy has a rush hour.
If he knows.
Well, I'm sorry, do I answer?
Only answer if you know if he has a rush hour.
Well, at 6700 Broadway, which is 3/4 of a mile east of the bypass, there is some traffic out there at that time. What I considered a rush hour, I guess that's to be determined, but it's not that busy.
Okay. And can you tell us the route you took in order to get to Farm and Home that evening?
Well, I drove out to Broadway and I took a left and I drove down to Farm and Home.
And Farm and Home is also on Broadway.
It's on Broadway, yes.
And you stated you were in Farm and Home for approximately 40 minutes, 30 to 40 minutes, Drew.
I would say I didn't really time myself, but I was in there for a little while.
And then upon leaving Farm and Home, could you tell us the route you took to arrive home?
I believe I went to 36 in Broadway to the west, turned right at 36 in Broadway, and went out to Cook's Lane and turned left on Cook's Lane and drove on home.
And did you make any other stops on the way home?
No.
And approximately how long do you believe it took you to get from Farm and Home to your home?
I would say about 15 to 20 minutes, probably 15.
I'd like to step back very briefly. From 3/4 mile east of the bypass, the highway there, to your place of business. From your place of business to Farm and Home, do you recollect about how long it took you to get to Farm and Home?
Let's see a minute. That would be a little over a mile. So it didn't take very long.
And figuring in traffic, could you give an estimate?
Well, at that time of night, if there's much traffic, it's usually going east and not west. Now, there are some stop signs or stoplights in there, but I don't remember how many times I stopped on the way there, depending on the lights, but I don't know. It may have taken 5 minutes to drive there.
Okay. So we have 40 minutes at Farm and Home, approximately, correct?
Yes,
And we have 15 to 20 minutes to reach home from farm and home.
yes,
Also correct. That's approximately 55 minutes an hour, give or take, true?
yes,
And we have the fact that you left work, your place of work, about 10 minutes, 10 minutes after 5?
Objection, Your Honor, that's not what the witness testified to. He testified he left around 5.
Sustained.
You actually testified that you left shortly after 5.
Objection, Your Honor, the witness said he left around 5. So let's get what he said right, and the witness can base his question, or the defendant can base his questions on what the witness actually said.
Sustained.
When do you close your place of business, Mr. Schmidt?
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock. So you obviously left after 5, true?
Yes.
And approximately how long after 5? How long does it take after you lock the doors of your business to leave the parking lot?
And again, it depends on which direction you're going. When I lived in Copenhagen and I had to go do my UN training to get deployed, I had to drive out every morning, and it was bumper to bumper. But because we got off a little bit earlier than the rush hour traffic would start going back into Copenhagen, I could just drive home. If I left an hour late, if we stayed and did some stuff, we would be bumper to bumper. And none of this makes sense. He's trying to imply that the husband is lying about when he came home and found his wife or something. And I know nothing why this should change anything. But this poor guy is just sitting there doing the best he can.
Well, it doesn't take very long. You get in the car and you drive down the driveway. I would say less than a minute.
And you don't
Stupid questions about how many stairs there are in a house. Not too many. Right?
walk out the door at exactly 5 p.m.
Well, not exactly. And there's also a woman that works out there in the office that has a key. And from time to time, I may leave a few minutes before she does.
But on November 9th, 2021, do you remember when you left?
Objection, Your Honor. The witness has already answered this. He left around 5.
Sustained.
So that puts you 40 minutes farming home, 20 minutes to drive home, approximately.
Objection, Your Honor. The witness said it was 15 minutes to drive home.
15 to 20. So I'll overrule the objection.
That's 55 minutes. And if you figure in the time it took you to get from leaving work to farming home.
Yeah,
it's
I actually
approximately 10
think he's going to
minutes.
talk
Would that be
about
safe to
sexual habits.
Would you repeat that?
We have the 40 minutes you're at farming home. We have the 15 to 20 minutes that it took you to get home from farming home. That's approximately 55 minutes to exactly an hour. True?
Yes.
And then I step back a bit, and from leaving work to arriving at farming home, it obviously had to take you some minutes. I'm sure it did not take 2 minutes. True?
Objection, Your Honor. Leading.
I
And
didn't ask and answer, Mr. Yohn. You said approximately 5 minutes.
Mr. Schmidt, you remember making that 911 call,
Yes.
and you stated you made that in the garage.
Yes.
Mr. Schmidt, you made that in the garage, and you made that by yourself, as stated, I believe, 2 days ago. Do you recollect?
Yeah, I feel you, brother.
What you stated in that phone call to the 911 operator?
I told them my wife had been raped.
And were there any other details you placed forth?
Well, I told them what my name was and the address of the house. And that's all I can remember as of right this very minute.
And Mr. Schmidt, prior to this date, did you receive a subpoena for phone records?
Yes,
And you filled that subpoena, correct?
yes.
And what were, to the best of your recollection, what were the dates for the phone records?
Well, that would be on the phone records. I didn't look at all that.
They were for the month of November, correct?
Yes,
And did you review them records, Mr. Schmidt?
no.
Give me one moment, Your Honor.
Yes,
Them were in request to this case, true?
yes.
Your Honor, may I introduce the phone records?
Objection, Your Honor.
Grounds
Hearsay, lack of foundation.
sustained on those grounds.
Your Honor, it is not hearsay. Mr.
Court's ruled, Your Honor.
You did not review the phone records.
No, I did not.
And do you recall what time you made a 911 call?
It was a little after 6 o'clock, right after I went home.
And if I said that there,
Objection, Your Honor. I know what he's going to ask next, Your Honor, and if it's going to be an objectionable question that the jury is not allowed to hear. If we need to discuss it outside the presence of the jury, we should do that. But
we must do, Your Honor, we must do.
All right. We can have the bailiff accompany the jury to the jury room
I believe the defendant is going to ask.
of the courtroom. And Mr. Jones, you had an objection.
Yes, I believe the question the defendant is about to ask started with, if I told you, and I believe the defendant is going to ask, if I told you that the phone records don't show a 911 phone call at 6:09 or something to that effect. My objection is threefold. One, we've been down this road and the court has already heard that 911 calls are not recorded on phone records. That's been
Objection, Your Honor.
Let him make his argument. You'll have a chance to respond, Mr. Young.
That's been dealt with. Two, those phone records are inadmissible. So it's inadmissible for the defendant to ask this witness a question about inadmissible evidence that he has not laid a foundation for. And three, this
Why are
witness,
the phone records inadmissible?
well, the court, they haven't been introduced at this point. I apologize, I misspoke.
Phone
They have
records
not been,
admitted.
Correct.
Okay?
and three, this witness has testified he's not reviewed those records. So he doesn't have a basis to testify as to whether or not a phone call is on those records or not because he didn't review them.
Mr. Young, as promised.
Your Honor, my foundation was the question of when Mr. Schmidt called 911. The basis is that there is no 911 call.
They can assume it because they had argued about this in pretrial hearings, because he keeps claiming that when the phone record from the husband showed up, there was no 911 call, and the state argues that it doesn't show up on the phone record that you called 911. I don't know if it's true. I could see why 911 calls potentially wouldn't show up. Let's say you were in a bad relationship and wanted to hide that you might have called 911. I don't know. But he's now going to argue why.
Or non-emergency call on these records here. And the jury shall see that because these records are accurate, certified, and true. They are certified and true through subpoena and through the company who Mr. Schmidt's phone account, the landline, or the line that he allegedly called 911 on this night. Judge, I have records for 11/9/21 right here in my hands. I have labeled them Exhibit 90 and 91. Judge, there is no 911 call on these records. There is no non-emergency call. And there's no call for 6:09 p.m. In fact, there's calls for restaurants and the likes.
instead of hospitals, emergency services, other natural places you would call when something like this happens, Your Honor. I believe it's very, very relevant. If I could, I'd have the bailiff approach you with these records here.
Oh,
I believe this was brought up during one of the pretrial motions. So,
Your Honor,
aware of the records, Mr. Yohn?
Your Honor, it was brought up in reference to a motion to dismiss.
Right,
Um,
so I'm aware of the records, Mr. Yohn. I don't need to observe them yet again.
I would ask that the courts admit them as discovery.
And there is not a discovery admission for exhibits. You must lay the proper foundation to introduce an exhibit if there is an objection. And there is an objection to this proposed exhibit, sir. And so this witness would not be able to lay the appropriate foundation necessary to admit the exhibits you're seeking to have admitted.
Your Honor,
Anything else you would like to argue on that issue?
I'd like to proffer these so that the appellate courts could review them if needed.
All right. Mr. Jones, any objection to the proposed exhibits being proffered for the record?
We can see them. We've never gotten a copy of them.
All right, so if we can get those to the state to review. And are those marked the defendant's exhibit 90 and 91 as you referenced, Mr. Young?
No, Your Honor, I took them off since they weren't going to be exhibits.
We need to mark them to identify for the record in the appellate court if necessary, so.
Judge, I have no objection to the proffer, but I do want the record to be clear that we have never been provided with notice of intent to use those records. No, never been provided with notice of a business records affidavit. There is not a business records affidavit that is attached to those records. And again, we've never been given a copy of those records in this case. So I have no objection to the proffer, but I want the record to be clear as to the lack of foundation, the lack of business records affidavit, no certification of those records, no notice to us of the use of business records affidavit. And again, we've never been given a copy.
All right, so let's address those issues one at a time. Mr. Young, does the proffered exhibit contain a business records affidavit or certification?
No, Your Honor,
All right,
except for their certified documents from the phone company.
all right, but they do not contain an affidavit or certification as a business record. Is that correct?
No,
It's not correct, or it is correct?
that is correct.
All right. And then the next issue, have you provided copies of those documents to the prosecution?
well, come on now. He was analyzing his evidence. He didn't have time to put in a time. When you call 999, wouldn't they call the EMTs or whoever else is needed? Yes. So why would the husband do it? Because he never called 911. He has a certified document stating it's not on the phone plan. The correct way to get the 911 call in would be to get the 911 operator to come in and testify, yes, I had a phone call, and most likely there would be a recording of that phone call. How do I know this? Because it happens in 85% of every case we watch. Yes, please, if you want to. Yohn is playing 5D chess. I'm thinking 5D. First of all, it was the husband who did it. Second of all, he lied about it. The police officers just showed up. Third of all, he has a connection to the local police chief, even though it's never proven. And that's why they did it. And they did it all to steal a lot of stuff from this lady. Go beat up Bradley Yohn so he got a memory loss that it happened. Steal his shoe, go back, put footmarks on the door, and fill him up with all kinds of trinkets and money stolen from the house. It's not the most far out story I have ever heard. This is if anyone wants to hear a weird story, go check out Letitia Stout talking about the Petco Mafia. That's unbelievable. But this story, I believe that Bradley Yohn was set up. Hey, it was certified through the company. Jemima, it's almost like you don't listen to him. He is a pro se litigant, which means he is actually a lawyer. Turtle tonight. No, as I put in yesterday on my community page. It's the 23rd at 8 p.m. Eastern. And Turtle Boy will probably be running around debunking the story that broke yesterday. He just put up a new tweet if people didn't see it, because again, that went a little short of the golf.
Prior to today.
Your Honor, we're
Yes, he's
all
on
well
risk.
advised,
That's correct. He's at Nurse Kim at 7:30 or 8:30 tonight.
well versed in this area. The prosecution,
It's a simple yes or no. Have you provided copies of those documents to the state prior to today?
I did through motion, and the state received them through subpoena and got to review them when they were subpoenaed. They did not go directly to me. They went through the courts and the state first. As everybody well knows, everything goes through the courts and the state first.
Mr. Yohn, did you provide a copy to the state in discovery in response to their motion for discovery?
No, Your Honor, it was in place for the motion.
So the information provided by the state.
I was right
Mr.
about the
Jones
30.
is accurate. We will have those proffered exhibits marked as defendant's proffered exhibits.
Nanny Goat, the reason why she's Jemima is because I might sometimes have a small problem with some names. And then I just make up a name for people. Iris claims her name is not Iris, but that's her name.
A and B.
They're marked 90, Your Honor. They are still marked 90. So.
All right, so they'll remain marked as defendant's exhibits 90 and 91.
I'd like to notate that there's, the subpoena is the top document, correct? And there is 1 through 9 pages in the account summary and 1 through 24 for phone history.
I have the clerk, she's counting.
And they are combined pages.
All right, so the clerk has a defendant's exhibit 90. Okay, these are front and back, but there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pages.
Yes, there's 10 pages, Your Honor, and
All right. And so there is not a defendant's 91, because is there something in addition to this?
would you request that I put a 91 on the phone records?
The 10 pages in my hand that I just talked about.
Or
they're
marked
marked as
exhibit.
defendant's number 90.
That's
Again,
fine with me,
I want
Your
a
Honor.
Clear record. That's everything you're talking about in proffer.
Yes, sir.
10 pages.
Your Honor, there should be a,
Let's have the bailiff hand it back to Mr. Yohn. He can confirm that for the record. Thank you.
Hey, Corina. Thank you for 11 months. That's almost a baby and a half.
yes, sir. I'm ready, Your Honor.
All right, so that's the complete proffer marked as defendant's exhibit 90, 10 total pages. And those with the clerk. All right, does either side wish a brief recess to use the facilities, or do you want the jury brought back in?
I'm fine.
Fine, Mr. Yohn?
Yes, I'm fine, Your
All
Honor.
right. That were provided to you, purported to be the telephone records of Mr. Schmidt that were provided to you in response to a subpoena. And so that means the jury is not to hear about those records, sir. We need to move on to the next topic rather than trying to get around my ruling with continued and repeated questions regarding those records, sir, because they are not admissible into evidence.
Your Honor, I didn't even get to fully ask my question.
You are proceeding into that same area, Mr. Yohn. You need to move on. This witness doesn't have knowledge of those records, sir. Now, if you want to ask something different about his knowledge, then great. But I don't want you referencing those documents again in front of this jury because they have not been admitted and you've made your proffer of evidence.
Marissa, you will not yeet it. The only one who yeets people are you and Brandon. And Brandon is on the golf course trying to talk awkwardly to 22-year-old girls selling him Bud Light. And you are sitting in chat.
It's impermissible to do so. prepared to proceed on, we'll have the jurors brought back in.
Can we take a brief recess, Your Honor?
That's what we're doing right now with the jury out, sir.
Yes. Yes, Your Honor, we're prepared.
Let's have the bailiff bring the jurors back in.
23rd. 23rd. And yes, he's going to ask about what is just so
Resuming his
much.
questioning of Mr. Schmidt. John, you're ready with your next question.
Mr. Schmidt, on 11/9/21, did you report an emergency?
Objection, Your Honor.
Overruled.
I called 911.
And Mr. Schmidt, not going to reference to anything I was asking you earlier. Is it possible that that call was made after 6:30 p.m.?
I don't think so. I would say I called 911 right after I came home.
Is it possible that there was not even a call made this night?
Well, thank you. Been a second.
I called 911 when I came home.
And
Hey, Crispy. Oh, yeah, Crispy is another one who has a different name on this channel. Don't worry about it. It's just like Jemima and Iris and M&M's. There's a few people who has their own name.
and as you stated, it was you on the recording, true?
I called 911 when I came home, and a lady answered the phone.
Thank you. Mr. Schmidt, I want to dwell off into something your wife stated to you that has already been placed on the record. She stated to you that the mill made her take her top off. Is that true?
Yes,
So CL, your wife, did relay this to you.
yes.
And briefly, could you cover them other claims that she relayed to you?
Objection, Your Honor. Calls for a narrative answer.
Sustained.
Could you relay to us any other claims made?
Objection, Your Honor. Calls for a narrative answer.
Sustained.
Did your wife relate to you that she was throwing downstairs?
Yes,
And that would have been these stairs that you saw in the exhibits of your home, true?
yes,
And did your wife, once leaving for the hospital,
Well, it's not. Most people have their own names. It's only a few who get. But it's when I see a name wrong in chat, and then I'll just go with it. And then when people say, "No, I'm not Tracy," yes, you are. It says so. And then people say, "No, it doesn't. I own the channel." Well, Jamie owns the channel, but I can do what I want as long as she's not here.
did she walk out of that home?
Where in Denmark?
yes.
And what exit did she take?
She took the exit out the front of the house. Out. There is a front door there,
And that would be in the foyer
in
area.
the foyer area there.
And go ahead.
I don't know if she went out the foyer or through the garage.
And you took her to the hospital, true?
I did not know.
Do you know who took her to the hospital?
She was with her daughters.
Mr. Schmidt, you recently come forward and stated that the jewelry the male was wearing upon arrest was your wife's. True?
Would you repeat that?
You recently come forward, I believe, to one of the deputies here and attested to the fact that the jewelry defendant was wearing upon arrest, wearing on his wrist and neck, were your wives.
Hey, Jamester, how are you doing today?
Morning. Hi, guys. I'm good. How's it going?
Well, I'm sorry that, as you can see on the Twitch, I did send you a link, but it just didn't get delivered to you. We're doing fine. He is absolutely owning this witness. He is getting all the admission in
Yeah.
that he's trying to get in.
Yeah, he's owning this guy for sure.
This guy is a pillar of restraint. I would have been down there punching him in the face. How many stairs do you have? Not too many. Thank you so much, Krista, for buying 5 corner kisses. You are very, very. Thank you.
5 corner
very, very
kisses?
thank you.
Aww.
Yeah. Well,
What a
she's been
sweetheart.
sick, so she wanna, just like Valhalla, infect me with her illness.
I know. Krista, we've missed you. I hope you feel better soon.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we missed Jamie's laugh yesterday.
Yeah, I know. God, yesterday was such a crazy day. And I didn't get to see any of it. Did he
You didn't
already
get-
do the 100?
No,
Did I miss it?
you didn't get to analyzation of yesterday's show.
No.
Hmm.
I didn't even get to lurk. I was so mad.
I'm in wonderment of your poor watchability.
Sorry, I couldn't even watch anything
Mm-hmm.
yesterday.
Well, does you say you didn't watch yesterday?
What?
Yes.
No? Yes? Maybe? I didn't get to watch your show yesterday. No, I did not.
I'm in wonderment.
Why? What did you do? What did you do? I think I
Nothing. We
did
just
I?
watched this show, and I'm just in wonderment that you didn't watch it.
I thought maybe I said hi and left. I don't know. I don't even remember.
Let's get back to this idiot, and I have to check who the hell is talking outside.
Judge, I'm going to object at this point. The witness testified and was shown the jewelry on the defendant's wrist and said that the watch was his wife. That's what he testified to. I don't know about any deputy, but that's what he testified to.
I'll sustain the objection and rephrase the question.
Are you aware of a watch and a bracelet on the defendant's wrist or on the defendant's wrist at the time of arrest?
The photos showed that the watch and the bracelet were being worn by the defendant.
And you state the photos show that. Have you verified them to be yours or your wives?
Yes.
What about the necklaces on the defendant's neck? Do you recall them?
No, I don't recall the necklace on the defendant.
And do you recall a watch your wife wore at any point in time?
Objection, Your Honor, vague.
Sustained.
Do you recall a specific watch your wife wore?
Objection, Your Honor, vague. What watch are we talking about?
Your Honor, if I could, I'd like the deputy take Exhibit 26, Exhibit 27, and Exhibit 39 to the witness.
Bill, if we do so, please.
Yes, I watched this trial. Me and Baker did this trial when it first happened. I've seen it before. I just didn't
In
really get
reference to
watch
Exhibit
yesterday.
26, is that your wife's watch?
Yes.
What about the bracelet?
Yes.
And I'd ask you to step over to 28.
Step over to 28.
The 28, Mr. Schmidt, is, or excuse me, I apologize, 27. Sorry, exhibit 27. That would be 2 necklaces.
It was someone going to check on my neighbor. That's why I was out looking. I know he's on vacation. That's why I had to go out and say, sorry? Yeah, do you know if he said, yeah, he's just, I saw him leave 5 minutes ago. I didn't.
You just
He
want to
had
be
some
nosy.
break-ins a while back. So no, it's we have an agreement that we look after each other's houses when we're on vacation.
Mm-hmm.
Most people have 2, Marissa. Your 4 is just because it's a genetic defect.
Her necklaces.
But can you possibly identify them as being hers?
Cursed?
Did you put the 21st?
Yes, I believe they are.
You believe they are. If you would go to exhibit 39, Mr. Schmidt. Do you recognize that watch?
No, I do not.
I'd like to publish these for the jury.
I don't think
They
any
are
man could
exhibit
probably
26,
specifically
27, and
say,
39.
I know that's
26 and
my
27,
wife's.
no objection because the
Jewelry.
witnesses identified
this
them.
I kept-
29, he indicated he doesn't, or I'm
It's
sorry,
very specific.
I don't know what the last number was. but
39.
39, 39, we object because there's been no foundation for it. The witness testified he's never seen that watch.
So we may publish defendants exhibits 26 and 27 having been identified by this witness as the items belonging to CL. 39, what would the relevance be, Mr. Young?
Your Honor, the relevance with 39, it was found at the scene of arrest and declarant CL, she placed claim on that watch. The other relevance would be that, and I would get to this later with Ms.
See who's
Miller.
back, Jamie.
The other relevance would be that the items of 26 and 27
What?
actually were not CL's.
See who is back.
Oh, hi, Jackpot.
Look at their profile
know.
picture.
He's always had that. And we have,
Yeah, but it's
I'm trying
make
not to
you
beef.
happy.
Yeah.
All right, well, 26 and 27 may be published to the jury, but we'll have to hold off on 39 at this point until someone identifies what that is. Since
sir.
testifying, he did not recognize it.
Mr. Schmidt, is that the watch and bracelet you pointed out as being your wife's in exhibit 26?
Yes.
And you are positive of that? If I could give you a different.
Hey, buddy, you're a crackhead. No crackhead wears this gold jewelry for more than enough time to spend the cash you have. And then they're going to a pawn shop and you're going to get more crack. You don't have a watch like this. And it's a female watch. It's way too small for your dainty little arm. Even though you have the arms of a 5-year-old toddler, it's still too small for your arm.
You, if you'd like.
Exactly, old Iron Red. I mean, it's not a
Is that a positive
bad thing,
identification?
but
Yes, I believe those are hers. Yes.
And if you would, Here is exhibit number 27, and those are necklaces on the defendant at the time of arrest. And you said you believe you could identify those, correct?
If he didn't buy them for her, he probably doesn't know.
He carjacked her and she drove them there.
There, I zoomed in for you once more.
My wife had a lot of jewelry.
He kind of does.
I believe that necklace was hers.
Are you aware that your wife placed a record of stolen property?
Objection, Your Honor, hearsay.
Overrule whether this witness is aware of such.
Are you aware that your wife placed a report called a record of stolen property with Adams County Sheriff's Department?
Yes.
And were you present during that time?
No.
Okay. Mr. Schmidt, at any time on November 9th of 2021, did you go to the hospital?
Yes.
Do you recall around what time that may have been, or around, can you associate any specific events that would help you elaborate on the time that you proceeded to the hospital?
Judge, it's a compound question. He asked for events and he asked for time. I think he needs to pick one or the other.
Sustain.
Do you remember approximately when you went to the hospital?
It was after my wife went.
And around about what time did your wife go?
I didn't look at my watch.
Did you stay at that hospital the remainder of the night?
I stayed at the hospital until approximately 10:30.
And then where did you proceed to after that?
I hadn't had any supper, and I went out to 36 and Broadway and got a pizza.
And in reference
A
to
pizza. It's a pizza.
you going out to get a pizza, was that the only eatery that you associated yourself with that night?
Objection, Your Honor,
Eatery.
relevance.
Your Honor,
The stupid.
the
Words he
relevance is
uses.
I'm trying to get to a time frame to give the jurors
Even Sue
And
wants
people
to
here-
smack him for speaking too redneck.
information on the full extent of the night so as to make a determination in the end, because there are many, many, many discrepancies.
Associated
Objection.
eateries.
Mr. Schmidt, did you
Jamie,
Go
what's your
to the
favorite
Abbey
associated
restaurant that
eatery?
No.
I like Five Guys.
did you go to Texas Roadhouse that night?
Objection, Your
No.
Honor. Are we going to go through every restaurant in town that he didn't go to? He said he went to get a pizza.
I'll sustain the objection.
Did you call any restaurants that night?
Objection, Your Honor, relevance.
Sustain the objection.
Yeah, who cares where he ate at?
There's big
Mr.
discrepancies,
Schmidt,
Jamie.
are you aware of a rosary in this situation?
Am I aware of a rosary for what?
A rosary that had anything to do with this situation?
Objection, Your Honor, vague. What situation are we talking about? Again, we all know there's a rosary. If he wants to refer to the exhibit, we can do it that way.
Sustained.
We're here on CF 715. It's a criminal sexual assault. It's a home invasion.
Mr. Young, direct his attention to the specific rosary you're asking about, and then we'll be able to get to where you're going.
There was a rosary included that was alleged to be stolen from your residence, true?
Yes.
And do you remember what that rosary looked like? What it was made of?
It was a white rosary.
It was white. Was it plastic? Was it metal?
Yes, eatery is a term that you could use for a restaurant, but this guy is using it because he wants to say $5 words. But the problem is he has at best at 75 cents understanding of what he's using. And it's just
Yeah.
completely not cromulent in the way he put it in sentencings.
He's so stupid. Eatery.
Well, rosaries are made with a
Eatery
chain,
did you go to?
and they have beads on them. And people that pray those know that. And the beads on there, it was my wife's rosary. I believe they were pearl or some type of a white bead on there.
And are you aware of your wife clearing them as not hers?
Objection, Your Honor, that would be hearsay.
Sustained.
Were they yours, Bradley? Were they?
Have the deputy
It was.
show these to the witness.
Yeah.
Your Honor.
They were given to him by father something. We watched this before.
I know, and I think he's
There
a.
are 31 and 32 pictures of rosary.
No objection to those being shown to the witness, Your Honor.
So available defendants exhibits 31 and 32 to the witness for the record that has been done.
That is the rosary that you are being questioned of,
Yes.
and you're aware that defendant was wearing that, correct?
Objection, Your Honor, assumes facts not in evidence.
Thank you.
Sustained.
He went to Brooks and Yohn School of Law and stuff. Other than that, mostly street education. Hey, legal mind, been a second. And you came back just for the right case, the worst person in the world. Yeah, this is
Yes.
going absolutely nowhere. And we're here for it.
Would that be a positive identification?
Objection, Your Honor, the witness has said that that's the rosary they're talking about. I don't know positive ID, what he's talking about. The witness has answered his question.
Sustained.
I'll take them back, Your Honor.
I don't even think he went to
Thank
YouTube
you.
University.
Showing them to a witness as
Yes.
an exhibit.
And I'd like to publish them to the jury, if possible.
Oh, okay. Do you have those for
No.
the screen, sir?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. So no objection to those being published for your.
And that would be exhibit number 31 that you have in your hand, correct?
Yes.
And exhibit 32, that would also be it, correct?
It appears to be the same one.
Mr. Schmidt, I don't want to hold you up too much longer.
Then stop saying all of these things in between all your questions. Well, it's not even questions. Karen, if you haven't watched this trial before, this is an absolute S show of a case. Bradley Yohn is pro se. I would even say he makes Zach look smart, and that's a tough job. And he is charged with carjacking a 77-year-old lady, starting to rub her hands, starting to rub her groin, then go back to her house, kicking the door in, graping her, and inserting a can in her anus, spraying her face with carpet cleaner and her mouth, and trying to steal from a safe in the basement, stealing a whole lot of special jewelry she had. He then goes to play video poker and is on surveillance camera, where he admits it's him on the surveillance camera without anyone asking. And then he goes to a crack den where he is apprehended with her watch, her rosary, her voter card, her bag, and he still believes that he's going to swing for the fences and be found not guilty. His accomplice took a 40-year guilty plea, but he's thinking, I can raise enough reasonable doubt. So far, the reasonable doubt is there was no analyzations he was in wonderment. This guy wouldn't disclose what eatery he went to, and there was no 911 call, even though everyone said there was a 911 call, and they went to the scene of the crime. He's as bad as Brooks, but Brooks was just an idiot at the same time.
He's being framed.
Yeah, always give your voter card to a stranger.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, and her uncast paychecks was there as well.
So stupid.
Well, he did it. See you later, Jinxie.
Hi, Jinx.
Mr. Schmidt, did your wife drink alcohol?
Objection, Your Honor. Relevance?
Sustained.
I couldn't give Rose.
You've been with
I'm not
CL approximately 36 years. Would you say that she bruised easily?
Objection, Your Honor. This witness is not an expert in bruising. Also, easily is a vague term.
Overrule if he knows.
Not really, no.
And upon entering the home on 11/9/21, did you
She do
see
this
any
to
bruising?
herself, sir?
Well, she fall down the stairs. You know that.
She threw herself downstairs. Yeah, I forgot about that.
I don't remember.
There was none on her hand.
Objection, Your Honor. Asked and answered. He said he didn't remember.
Overrule.
This is meth logic.
Yes, sir.
You don't get meth logic.
I don't remember.
You're, Mr. Schmidt, how regularly did you touch that knife that was located there in your home?
Again, Your Honor, I'm going to object at this point. For the record, I think we need to be clear about what we're talking about. I think he's referring to the knife that was shown in his photographs, exhibits 21 and 22, but I think we need to be clear for the record. So that's my objection.
Your Honor, you're asking about the railroad spike knife?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, I'm asking about the railroad spike knife
All right.
that was found on the floor.
All right. So witness knows which knife we're talking about. Question was, how often did you touch the railroad spike knife?
Not very often.
And do you remember where that was located previous to?
It was in the drawer in the kitchen underneath the microwave.
I'd like to bring an exhibit back up, Your Honor. If possible, exhibit number 6 on the screen.
No, I'm not a chef. I am a baker. I don't know anything about cooking. I think you have to put in the mayo, no, the oil slowly while whisking, but not too hard. So it I don't. Jamie eats more mayo than I do.
What is
I don't know, but Jamie only eats the one in the big tub because she's from Midwest.
Yeah, I've never made homemade mayo. I've made homemade ranch. But
You
maybe
should
I
be
don't
able to use your library card as a credit card for Whataburger.
know. Yes, please.
Depends on the occasion. I probably have to bake something now. Baby Baker is coming on vacation. Cool.
Is that okay?
Any objection?
No.
No objection.
And there in the picture where the hand is circling, is that the drawer you speak of?
Yes.
And that would be up under the microwave right here, correct?
Yes.
And Mr. Schmidt, in reference to them drawers, all the drawers in the kitchen, when you entered
Them
the home,
drawers.
how many drawers were open?
I don't remember.
Was it several, numerous of number, or was it singular?
I don't remember.
Let's have the lights back. Like. And Mr. Schmidt, as stated before, your wife remained on the floor until deputies arrived. True.
Never had it.
Would that be true?
Yes.
And deputies helped her up to that couch, correct?
Yes.
Did you associate in helping her up to that couch, or were you somewhere else in the?
I was there in the room, but the deputies assisted her to get up.
Thank you. I don't know if I covered this in cross-examination on state's behalf, but I'd like to ask you, how's the cell phone service up there at your home?
It works pretty good.
So you, outside of storms on a normal day, you wouldn't have reception issues?
No.
Don't have reception. What are these questions?
Your Honor, one more question. Were you relayed anything by CL as to necklaces being ripped off her neck?
I don't recall.
What about being slammed into a chair or couch, piece of furniture?
No.
She did not make them that statement?
I don't recall.
And, in reference to being thrown down them stairs, did she say how far she went or where she landed?
She went down to the landing.
She went down to the landing and give me one moment. If I may, Your Honor, I'd like to bring up Exhibit 19 again.
Okay.
Remember, he had one more question.
That would be,
Legal-minded friends with Karen Cole. Thanks for mayonnaise info. Well, I don't have any mayonnaise. I was married to a chef. I'm not calling her and asking. I'll.
But why not?
Jamie, it might leave you in wonderment, but my analyzations of our past 21 years of being divorced doesn't infer me with enough courage that I would call her about what, if any, condiments she made at an eatery. But thank you, Karen Cole. Just go on YouTube. That's what I do when I have to try and make something.
Yeah, I go on TikTok and just Google stuff.
Don't go to TikTok. Is he going to testify to his innocence? Well, he claimed that he was going to do it in the beginning, Oh, you bet you I'll testify. So let's see if he's going to do it.
Yeah.
Elaine, you're referencing to.
Yes.
Oh, you didn't know to add oil slowly? Yeah, yeah. You drip it in and you whisk it, so it'll emalculate you, because it's oil. You have to whisk it because the oil has the surface tension and won't mix with the other part if you don't slowly mix it and whisk it. Emalculation, I think, is the right word in English. Look, the brains of Baker. It's because you want to whip air into it at the same time. Emulsify.
And Exhibit 18, Mr. Schmidt, that would be the top of these stairs?
Your Honor, for the record, we now went to Exhibit 18 on the screen.
Your Honor, that's all I have for this witness.
I have done way worse, MG.
Okay. Mr. Jones or Ms. Keck, any cross?
Thank you, Your Honor. Just a few questions, Mr. Schmidt.
Okay.
Mr. Schmidt, on November 9th, 2021, around 6 p.m., you came home from work.
Yes.
When you came home, you entered in through your garage and you noticed a broken door that had been kicked in.
Yes.
And you came into your living room, yes?
Yes.
And you saw your 77-year-old wife on the floor,
Yes.
the person you had been with for 38 years on the floor,
Yes.
bleeding from
Yes.
her body. And she told you, they just raped me.
Yes.
At that point, you weren't really concerned about looking for bruising on her body, were you?
I was not concerned about bruising or clothing or anything. I was concerned about my wife.
You wanted to get her help,
I wanted to get her help.
and you called 911.
I called 911.
Thank you, sir. That's all the questions I have.
Can you redirect?
Your Honor, yes,
Oh,
Previously-
shut up, Bradley.
you stated that she did have clothes on, though, correct?
I stated that she had something on her top.
Mr. Schmidt, just a little while ago, you stated that they made her take her top off.
Objection, Your Honor.
Jamie, if you have a top,
What?
can you put it back on
Yeah.
if you were forced to take it off?
I mean, it's not that hard.
I heard the same about Bradley Yohn.
Meeting.
Any cross?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Yohn, may Mr. Timothy Schmidt be released from his witness subpoena?
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Jones or Mrs. Keck for the people?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so you're released from your witness subpoena, sir, with our thanks to you. Have an after recess. Okay, court order. And Mr. Young is going to call his next witness. Who would that be?
Elsa Terrell, Your Honor.
All right, we can have Elsa Terrell brought in. You can raise the witness. And if you could adjust the microphone so that it will pick up your voice. Thank you. And Mr. Young, when you're ready with your questions.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Terrell, apologize for you being called today. I just-
Your Honor, if we could get to the questions. He's apologized to every witness so far today about calling them. It's his choice to call them. Let's just get to the questions.
It definitely is.
And
And,
start with the questions, please.
Mr. Terrell, you were present
Oh my God.
on the 9/21.
Why do you stop apologizing to all the witnesses?
Yeah.
Can you tell me a bit about that night, to the best of your recollection?
Objection, Your Honor, vague.
Sustained.
Can you tell me if you were to have received a call that night?
Yes,
And that specific call was in reference to a home invasion, sexual assault, among other hijacking and other charges, correct?
yes.
And who called you relaying this information to you?
Tim Schmidt,
Tim Schmidt, and that is your stepfather, correct?
yes,
And did you proceed to go to the scene immediately?
yes,
And that would have been obviously what we've all known to be 4300 Bottom Road. Upon arriving to the scene, what did you do?
I got out of my car and I had to stop in the driveway. They wouldn't let us go any farther into the house.
So you were obviously weren't able to enter the home.
No.
This is a daughter, yes.
And did you see your mother at that time?
No.
Hey, Shannon.
When was the first time you saw your mother?
When
I was
the
born.
sheriff let us come in, which I don't know the time frame,
And in reference to come in, what do you mean by come in?
that I could look at my mother.
And that was in the home?
Yes.
And
No, he actually
That was
doesn't really
more
do
than
that.
likely later at night, you state you don't remember a time that you were able to enter the home?
Right.
And when you entered the home, where was your mother?
On the couch.
She was on the couch. And how was she seated on that couch, to the best of your recollection?
I don't remember.
Ms. Terrell, after that, after entering the home and seeing your mother seated on the couch, how long do you recall her being there before leaving for the hospital? If you could.
How
take a
she
guess.
was seated. Why
My
does he
time
keep
frame
asking
when I
that?
got to see my mother.
Yes, from the time entering the home into till
I really can't remember. I mean, it was a little while.
it was a little while. So 15, 20.
I really
Illinois.
can't recall.
And if I could backtrack a second, you stated you were outside
Yes.
the residence and you weren't let in.
Right.
I don't know if I asked approximately how long do you think it was that you were waiting to be let into the home?
I can't give a definite time, but well over an hour.
Well over an hour. And you arrived obviously after deputies arrived.
Yes.
And the first deputy arrived at 6:27. You waited for approximately an hour, which leads us to 7:27, correct?
I would object, Your Honor. The witness stated she didn't know what time she got there. So yes, an hour after the first deputy arrived is 7:27, but this witness doesn't know what time she got there.
Sustained.
You waited outside for about an hour though.
Over an hour.
Over an hour. You waited outside and then you were able to enter the scene and see your mother.
With being escorted with a sheriff.
Yes. And upon entering the scene, you don't remember how long it was before your mother left for the hospital.
No, I don't.
Did you take your mother to the hospital?
No, I did not.
Do you recall who did?
My sister Heidi.
Your sister Heidi. Okay, thank you. And while you were in a scene seeing your mother, how far in the scene did you proceed?
Objection, Your Honor. Vague. How far into the scene? I don't know what we're talking about.
Sustained, if you could be a little more specific about where she went.
Your mother.
Why is all crimes happening in 27? What?
At 2:27? Did she say
Oh,
2:27?
oh. What's the relevance of these questions? That I've seen it before, so I can tell you what. It's a big conspiracy. He was set up. The family knew the sheriff, and this old lady apparently must have self-inserted the can into herself, sprayed herself with the carpet cleaner, and her husband took the bag of all her jewelry and rosary and voter ID, uncashed checks, went out, roofied Bradley Yohn so he didn't remember it, then left all the goods on him. He then proceeded to go play some video poker because he was like, oh my God, I got a new purse and there's money in it. I'm so lucky. It's the purse fairy. And then he went home to his crack den in a stolen car that he also all of a sudden possessed. And then the cops rolled up on him because he was set up.
Yeah.
Am I
It's all
right,
set
Jamie?
up, guys. Exactly. That's what he's claiming. That's he was framed.
There was
Framed by
in the
this
living room. Did you
family.
proceed any further than the living room?
Yeah.
No.
Do you recall what your mother was wearing?
I do not.
That she was wearing clothes of some sort?
As what I could see from where I was standing, yes.
And you were there the whole time until your mother did go to the hospital.
Yes.
Did your mother need a change of clothes?
Yes.
And in order to gain that change of clothes, do you recall how she did so?
I Could you rephrase that? Or
Do
tell
you
me?
recall how she gained them clothes? Because she obviously had to have a change of clothes from what she was wearing on the couch to the clothes that she went to in the hospital, correct?
She wore the clothes that she had on in the what she had on the couch to the hospital.
And you yourself did not gain any other clothing for her.
I did.
And did she change that clothing there?
No.
And in reference to the clothing that she was wearing when she went to the hospital, you stated in your video statement, and you did make a video statement, correct?
I did. Yes.
You stated in your video statement that you still have her pants that she wore to the hospital.
Yes.
And you also stated that she was bleeding excessively, profusely, maybe not verbatim, but that she was bleeding a lot.
Well, Your Honor, I'm going to object. If he's going to talk about her statement, he needs to confront her with what she actually said, not verbatim, or actually, yes, verbatim. And he needs to ask her that question.
Rephrase the question.
Was your mother bleeding a lot?
Yes.
And was it so much that it went through her clothing?
I was not present for that part, or to see that.
Give me one moment, please.
So stupid.
I apologize if I'm wrong. You stated you did not proceed any further into that home. And then directly after that, by, I believe, 2 or 3 questions, you stated that you went and retrieved other clothing for your mother. Could I ask which one it may be?
Well, my understanding was when I came into the home, when you asked that question, I did not proceed any further. And then when you asked for the change of the clothes, I did say I did go to get her a bra. I was also escorted with the sheriff, who I went 4 steps to a laundry basket.
You proceeded 4 steps to a laundry basket.
Yes,
And where was that laundry basket?
in the north bedroom.
And do you recall what you retrieved for her?
Nothing. I couldn't find what she had asked me to get.
So you retrieved no clothing for her, and
No.
she did not take any.
No.
She didn't have her pants. She was wearing her pants to the
Your
hospital.
Honor, I'd like to introduce Elsa Terrell's statement. Give me one moment. I'll ask some questions and I'll introduce it.
What is the gotcha?
Do you
Bradley?
recall a
That-
watch?
He was
your
set
mother
up, Jamie.
wore?
Yes.
And how often did she wear this watch?
Daily.
Daily. And do you recall what that looked like?
It was gold with a black face.
With a black face, and did it have any diamonds in it?
Don't remember.
Your Honor, I'd like to pull up exhibit. Excuse me. I'd like to pull up exhibit number 26.
No objection.
Yes. Oh, apologize.
Stop apologizing.
Do you recall that watch as being the watch?
Yes.
And while we're here on the picture, Miss Elsa Terrell, do you recall that bracelet?
Yes.
You have the lights back, Your Honor. And you stated that you were not able to retrieve any clothing for her.
Objection asked and answered.
There was no asked and answered. Mr. Terrell, your sister took your mother to the hospital, correct?
Objection asked and answered.
And did you stay at the scene? Did you stay at the scene?
I went to the hospital.
How did you arrive there?
I drove my own vehicle.
And were you present for that night? Could you tell us if you were present?
I was.
And you were in the hospital.
I was at the hospital.
You were at it,
Yes.
but were you in the hospital?
Oh,
Sue, I know you're going on vacation. Can you swing by Illinois and just give him, we call it a, Well, a fisherman flat. That's when you, because fisherman has quite large hands, and when they slap you in the face, you remember it. I think he needs one of those. Were you at the hospital or were you in it?
Well, I know
No,
you
she
were
was
at
standing
it.
out in
Were you
the-
in it?
She
Yeah.
was out in the parking lot. I hope mom is okay. Oh, I
Yeah.
can see light on in her room.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
she's probably okay. Nah, I don't want to go in. I'm fine.
You couldn't be in the room. It was COVID time.
So you weren't present for an exam.
No, I was not.
And your sister, obviously it was COVID time, so your sister sit outside with you too.
No.
Where would she have been present?
She was in the room with her.
Elsa, Ms. Terrell, Mr. Terrell, you
You're
stated
only
in your
allowed, like,
statement
one person at a
that
time.
the male hit your mother several times. True.
Pepsi's bad.
Yes.
As did the female.
Yes.
And as did the female was a verbatim statement, correct?
Say, I apologize one more time, motherfucker. Do they speak English in I'm sorry? I'm sorry. Say. Thank you, Inspire. Great movie. Haven't watched that in a long time. Maybe I should watch it with Baby Baker.
What movie?
Probably not.
To the best of your memory.
Your Honor, objection, as a verbatim statement from who? The witness is, he's asking the witness about a statement that she gave to the police about what her mother told her. So verbatim as to who?
I apologize, Your Honor.
Clarify the question.
You did state that to police, correct?
Yes.
And is that something your mother relayed to you?
Yes.
And Your Honor, I'd like to introduce the witness statement.
Objection, Your Honor, foundation.
Lay a foundation.
Your Honor, the witness clearly has given falsified information. and-
Objection, Your Honor.
Mr. Yohn, you need to lay the foundation for the statement to introduce it as an exhibit.
She has falsified her statement, Jamie.
Oh, God. You're not.
Yeah. I don't want to get on the shit list.
Mr.
with her.
Terrell, do you remember when you give that statement?
Yes, the day after my mother's funeral.
And that would have been December
Hi,
17th.
Jamie.
December 18th is when we had our funerals.
December 18th.
Yeah, because he just asked her questions that's related to the day after she had to bury her mom, who spent the rest of her life in her hospital because of this idiot.
And do you remember the time that you give that statement?
I do not.
And who did you give that statement to?
I do not remember.
Sorry, hit wrong button.
Your Honor, I'd like to introduce the statement at hand by Ms. Elsa Terrell. The statement was not,
Objection, Your Honor, foundation.
You lay the foundation, Mr.
Your Honor, I could complete the foundation after the statement is.
That's not how it works.
You need to lay foundation. Yeah, but can I just get my answer and then I'll lay foundation? No, Yohn, you don't build a house from the roof down. It's really hard to do.
You don't give
This
him
is
the
why I'm
evidence you
saying
want.
he is potentially a little less smart than Zach. But Zach is still.
No,
Introduced.
you'll need to lay the foundation for the statement first.
You know, say, I'll lay the foundation after I get the statement.
Yeah.
Your Honor,
Oh, Lord.
Your mother did tell you that these offenders hit her several times.
Objection asked and answered.
Sustained.
Did she relate to you how they hit her or what they did to her?
Objection, Your Honor. At this point, it's hearsay.
Your Honor, there's been a lot of hearsay already admitted, and the state introduced hearsay in the beginning.
Yes, and the state had a hearsay exception. So if you would like to direct my attention to what hearsay exception you believe the answer to that question would be based on, then let me know, because I'm not aware of one.
Your Honor, I don't know of a hearsay exception that would qualify, but I'm
So
asking
the
to.
objection is sustained.
And do you remember,
It's
or you stated you
Ellen
don't remember
Braderhoff.
the
I'm
clothing your
trying,
mother was
Your
wearing
Honor.
that night?
No.
You wouldn't be able to recall if it was a long sleeve shirt?
No.
Your Honor, I'd like to introduce exhibit number 24 and 23.
Bailiff would take defendants exhibits 24 and 23 to the witness.
Do you recognize either of them items, Ms. Terrell?
No.
Your Honor, I'd like to publish these for the jury.
Objection, Your Honor. The witness has testified that she doesn't recognize him, and there's been no foundation for either exhibit.
Yeah.
Sustain the objection.
Thank you. I'll take them back, Your Honor.
Send those back to the bailiff, please.
Ms. Terrell, are you aware of an interview done? And I'm not going to jump into hearsay, Your Honor. Are you aware of an
let's
interview being
wait
done
and see if you do.
the next day?
Yes.
And that was where at?
My hair salon.
And that interview was done with your mother, correct?
Yes.
Mr. Terrell, I want to ask you, how did your mother appear that day during that interview?
In shock and wanted the nightmare to be over.
Was she laughing and giggling during this interview?
At times over things that had to do with family and things, because that's how she dealt with her trauma.
And you said unrelated things?
I said with her family and for her family and those things.
So you state that she was laughing in reference to
Thinking of her children and happy times with her
in
children.
happy times.
Does that make a difference to you, Bradley, of what you did?
And you're positive she wasn't
Last
laughing
about it?
about scenarios claimed and placed forth in this occurrence
Placed
of
forth.
hijacking, home invasion,
Ah.
kidnapping.
I'm going to object, Your Honor. Vague. I don't know that anybody understands that question.
Make a question, please. Sustain the objection.
In reference to her testimony
He dumb, Your Honor. He
in that
dumb.
interview,
Objection, Your Honor. It wasn't testimony in the interview.
Sustained.
her statement, I should say, I apologize, in reference to her statement, her talks of what happened to her. You state that she never laughed and giggled about anything pertaining to this situation.
I don't believe I was present during those times.
But are you aware that there were?
Objection, Your Honor. That statement's not been introduced. This witness has said she wasn't present. Now he's trying to introduce parts of that statement without the statement being introduced.
Sustained.
Mr. Terrell, are you aware of any specific cards, credit and debit cards your mother had?
No.
Do you believe your mother, based on your opinion, do you believe your mother was telling the full truth?
I'll withdraw my objection.
I withdraw my objection.
Was my mother?
Did you hear the question?
No, but what was the question?
No,
again?
you won't try and listen, and then you don't laugh, because this is absolutely horrendous. You can see how emotional she is. Listen to his question.
Mother, based on your opinion, do you believe your mother was telling the full truth?
So he's asking the daughter who was sitting with her when she was very distraught in the hospital, Hey, your mom lied, didn't she? Yeah, withdraw that objection and let her answer that question.
Exactly.
Withdraw my
Yeah,
objection.
because all I heard was the lawyer kind of laugh and then say, "I withdraw it." And that's what made me laugh because I was like, "What did he say?" Like, I missed it.
Was my mother telling the full truth?
Was your mother telling the truth?
Yes.
Your Honor, that's all I have for this.
Why
witness.
That was
Why would
absolutely
you
nothing.
lie about something like that, you
Okay.
dumb F?
Elsa, Mr. Terrell, I'd like you to talk to us about your mother's demeanor and specifically the pain that she was in between.
Objection, Your Honor. This is a direct cross on my cross-examination, and he's going outside the bounds of the examination
Outside of the scope.
with the pain and other things. No
Just
one,
ask
Overruled.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
I will like you to describe for us
No.
your mother's pain
You asked about
in
it.
the last month of her life before she passed away in December. Was she in pain?
Yes, she was in extreme pain.
I'm sorry. could
She was
you-
in extreme pain.
objection, Your Honor, testimonial.
No, it's not.
This is due, Mr. Yohn, so.
What?
Testimonial hearsay, Your Honor.
It's not hearsay, you are idiot.
After the assault on November 9th, did she go back to that house at 4300 North Bottom Road, or did she stay somewhere else for a period of time?
She stayed somewhere else for a period of time.
In fact, she didn't even go back to that house until 2.5 weeks later. Is that right?
Yes.
She wouldn't go back to that house 2.5 weeks later until you redecorated that house,
Yes.
until you helped her erase those memories.
Yes.
That's all the questions I have.
Can you redirect?
Well,
In reference to going back to that house, as Mr. Jones has stated, your mother, she proceeded back to work the very next day, correct?
Yes.
And
And
as I stated, in reference to going back to the house, where did your mother stay in them 2.5 weeks?
She has a farm in Missouri that she stayed at.
And that would be in Monroe City, Missouri, correct?
Yes.
And your mother traveled to work daily from that farm?
Her husband drove her.
And in reference to not going back to that home, on this night, did they go to the farm?
No,
Do you know where they went?
to a hotel.
And what hotel was that?
Objection, Your Honor, relevance.
Sustained.
How long did they reside at that hotel?
Objection, Your Honor, relevance.
Sustained.
Your Honor, the relevance is,
Objection, Your Honor, the court's ruled.
Objection is sustained.
so the relevance is that
In
he
2.5
went out
weeks.
and in the
do you
behind.
remember how many nights your mother stayed in Monroe City, Missouri at that farm?
I do not remember the exact times that she stayed there.
Just an estimate, half of it, most of it?
Yeah, half probably, maybe.
And Your Honor, that's all I have.
Recross.
Yeah, that wasn't
No,
a
Your
lot.
Honor.
Witness be released from a witness subpoena.
I object, Your Honor. I'd potentially call her back
You
later
why?
today.
For what?
Will be recalled as a witness for the remainder of the day.
later today,
Have another witness, Mr. Yohn.
Miss
She
Heidi,
said no.
or excuse me, Miss Heidi Young.
And Ms. Heidi Young.
Yes,
To either phone closer to your mouth.
This is the daughter who was with the mom in the hospital, and he's gonna ask her questions for nothing. It's like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. This guy hates this family, and I can't understand why.
Because
Oh
they're
yeah, we're
framing
getting the
him.
hottie back later today.
He's being framed by his family because they just decided this guy.
Yeah, he
All
was
people in
framed
the
by
world.
them and the police officer. They don't know.
Yep.
Henrik, every time you think, well, this is the dumbest thing. No. We're gonna get dumber.
We'll amplify your voice so we can hear your answers. Mr. Yohn, when you're ready with your questions for this witness.
Your Honor, yes, Ms. Young, could you state your name for the record?
Heidi Yohn.
And you are what relation to CL?
I'm her daughter.
And you obviously know what we're here on in regards.
There will be brought forward no evidence. You know, she was she had someone else had driven her car, and kind of like they do every time you go to the garage with your car, they had turned off the automatic on switch for the light, and she couldn't figure out how to put it back on, so she stopped at the side of the road. They pulled up and carjacked her, and that's how it started.
2/11/9/21. Did you have any interaction with 4300 Bottom Road?
Objection, Your Honor. Calls for a narrative answer. He needs to direct the witness to a particular date, time, and what he wants to have her testify she went to or where.
Objection sustained.
Ms. Young, on 11/9/21, did you go to 4300 Bottom Road?
Yes,
And upon arriving there, what did you do?
I waited at the end of the driveway for the police officers to secure the scene before we could go see my mom.
And do you remember approximately how long? Excuse me, I apologize. Do you remember who you were called by?
My sister.
And do you remember the approximate time?
Road.
I do not.
Road.
Do you remember the time that you may have arrived to?
I do not. I was in a state of shock.
And you arrived to that scene and you waited for the scene to be.
Is that state of shock a real state? Because I did the 50 states of America when I was in school, and there was no state of shock. Your Honor, she's willfully lying on the stand. I would like her to be impeacherated.
Impeacherated. If he says that word, come on here.
You'll just get angry. He has the husband on again and ask him stupid questions about a TJ Maxx bag on their couch.
He asked a lot of stupid questions.
Sue, you were
What
supposed to
eatery
have,
he went to? What eatery?
yeah. Sue, you were supposed to have left an hour and 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Secured. Did that take quite some time or was it quickly?
It was over an hour. I don't know for sure at the time.
And then you entered or you gained entry into that home after it was secured, correct?
Yes.
And upon entering that home, you entered it with your sister, correct?
And police officers.
Do you recall what police officers were?
I do not recall.
When you entered the home, what did you observe?
Objection, Your Honor. Calls for a narrative answer. We move this along and what he wants her to say that she observed.
I'm not going to lead her, Your Honor.
Well, if we get a little more specific, I assume you're wanting a specific answer.
When you entered that home, what did you see?
Your Honor, again, if you could direct her, she entered the home. Did she, from the beginning, from the door that was kicked in to where her mother was, what does he want her to talk about what she was seeing?
When you
To
entered,
make it more specific, I will.
when you entered into the home, you obviously went into what door did
The problem is, if you do that, you actually give him a chance of having a mistrial. And that's why I love this family, because they are very, very good. They don't lose their head. And if you start yelling, screaming, saying bad stuff, the only one who actually said something where you can say, well, that's kind of wrong, was the doctor. But she was asked what he said, what she told him, and she said that she'd been penetrated with your penis. And I think if MG was his defense lawyer, he probably objected to that and asked for that to be stricken, but he asked for it. Yeah, everyone is just a normal soccer mom.
you go into? What door did you enter through?
The one that was kicked in.
The one that was kicked in. And you proceeded on through the foyer or sitting area, as some call it, correct?
We were just told to stay on the floor, not on the carpet. So I was on the floor in the entryway.
And did you eventually enter the home, into the open floor plan of the living room?
I never stepped off the floor. There's a floor in the entryway and then there's carpeting and we were not allowed to step on the carpet.
And Your Honor, you did not step on any carpet.
No,
Your Honor, I'd like to bring up exhibit number 13. It is labeled couch. However, it shows the floor plan there.
No objection, that's fine.
Defendant's number 13, Mr. Young? Is that correct?
Yes,
Your
sir.
exhibit? All right.
And Ms. Young, you stated you did not enter that door, correct? Up there where the hand is?
I went through the door from the garage.
And that would have been right in this area.
It's down a little ways.
And there's another door here, right here where this hand is. And that is the threshold of the door. Did you pass that threshold?
Yeah, a little bit, but I didn't step on the carpeting.
Okay, so you were here in this area.
Probably, yeah.
And what did you see when you entered and stood in that area?
My mom was sitting on a couch.
Okay, and after that time, do you recall going to the hospital?
Yes,
And who did you go to the hospital with?
my husband and my mother.
And you took your mother to the hospital?
Correct.
No, well, she was a surviving witness. She didn't pass away till 33 days later. Not related to this, but, well, probably a little related to it. But this isn't an unaliving case.
At any time in that hospital, what did you do in that hospital?
I sat there and talked to my mother
And that would have been where
at Blessing Hospital ER.
And was that in the waiting room?
No, they take you right into a room.
They took you right in.
Zach is feeling wrong done by the XP numbers. Well, I set up the XP so Zach can't earn them. I don't know what they are, but anything to harm Zach.
Yeah, I don't know what they are either.
So keep bunking him down in the XP game. Because I love when he cries. What is the best thing in the world? To make Zach cry. And no, I couldn't do that from Conan the Barbarian. To drive your enemies in front of you and hear the lamentations of their women. I think that's right. Am I right, Fedorowski?
Into the waiting room. Okay, all right. And do you recall how long it was before the exam started?
I do not.
Were you present for the exam?
Yes,
One moment. Your mother, did she bleed a lot?
yes.
And how much was that? Would you
I
say?
couldn't guess.
But it was a lot, would you say?
It was a lot.
And it was so much that it went through her clothing. True?
Yes,
And
Do you know? Oh, Jamie, do you agree? This lady and Sue would be the best pals if they lived close to each other.
They might be.
I think they might even be related. Well, everyone's kind of
She
related.
wants
where
to
Sue's
give him
from.
the finger just like Sue likes to give the finger.
Yeah, she wants to do more than give him the Sue bird. What is his point? If you find it, let me know. I've only been watching for 4 days. I don't know. No. He asks his attorney sometimes. Amongst one of the times where he tried to lay foundation after asking the questions. No, I said this lady. I didn't say Bradley Yohn. Now she's giving me the Sue bird.
you stated in your statement that your mother went back to work the very next day. True?
true.
And that was after being violently and brutally assaulted in a sexual manner and physical manner, correct?
She was a survivor.
She was. I do agree. I do agree.
Sir,
Was she throwing down steps?
Objection, Your Honor. Call for speculation on the part of this witness.
He keeps saying, "Did I do this to her? Did I
You
do
said
this
you
to
did.
her?"
Your mother, excuse me, you stated that you were present during the exam.
Correct.
And do you recall any of the documentation forms that were filled out on behalf of your mother?
I do not. I was more concerned with my mother's well-being.
And you also stated there were rug burns on her knees.
I don't recall.
And was it relayed to you that jewelry was violently ripped off of your mother?
Again, I don't recall. It's been over a year and a half ago.
Your Honor, could I admit the statement by Ms. Heidi Young, or portions of these statements?
Objection, Your Honor. Foundation, hearsay.
Lay the foundation.
Your Honor, these are statements that Ms. Heidi Young made. She claims she does not remember.
You're gonna have to lay the foundation through the witness.
Your Honor, there is no foundation to lay. The foundation to lay is in the incorrect.
He's pro se. Pro se means he's representing himself. And when he says there's no foundation to lay, you instantly knows he's not a lawyer.
yeah.
And upon leaving, do you remember what a defendant allegedly did to your mother as relayed to you?
Objection, Your Honor. If it was as related to her, it would be hearsay.
Do you remember?
Sustain the objection.
Yeah. Do you remember what someone told you?
what a
Still
defendant
hearsay,
did?
you idiot.
What the defendant did, she wasn't there, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Sustained.
Was it relayed to you that someone threw a diaper? back at
Objection,
her?
Your Honor. Hearsay.
Your Honor,
Sustained.
I finished with the witness. Ms. Heidi Young, I apologize for bringing you here. Thank you for coming.
No cross.
No, Your Honor. No questions.
No cross?
No cross.
Witness release from
And
the
now she starts
subpoenas?
crying. This is
Logical
This
to take a
horrible.
break. It admonish you first that you should not do any independent review in programs or sources to secure from and sharp.
And is not available.
That would be Kevin
Yeah,
Douglas.
go.
Your Honor.
All right.
Douglas is not here, Your Honor, and is not available today.
All right. Is he subpoenaed? Mr. Young?
He is. He's on the,
Has he been
Yes.
subpoenaed?
yes, I believe he has.
By our office, Your Honor, he did not receive a defense subpoena, and he's not available today.
All right. So you have not served him with the defense subpoena, is that correct?
No, Your Honor, not.
All right. So he is not going to be available apparently. Do you have another witness then?
Give me one moment. Is Sheriff Wagner, ex-Sheriff Wagner available today?
No, Your Honor.
Have you subpoenaed?
And Deputy McMahon?
Deputy McMahon is available, as is Kelsey Miller.
I would call Deputy McMahon.
All right. So we'll have Jake McMahon available when we come back at 1:30. And I would remind you, Mr. Jones is advised that Miss Kelsey Miller is only available today. So if you intend to or call her as part of your case, you need to do so, sir.
Yes, sir, I will be.
All right. So we'll be in recess until 1:30 for our lunch break.
you're more than welcome.
Going on break for lunch. It is now getting close to 1:30. Mr. Yohn, you ready to resume your side?
Testimony to be given, cause nothing before this court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
You see it over to my right in the witness stand, please. Mr. Yohn, when you're ready with your questions.
Yes, sir. You go by deputy or investigator?
Sergeant.
Sergeant McMahon. Sergeant McMahon,
You tell him.
on 11/9/21, there was alleged to be an incident of home invasion among vehicular hijacking and some other counts, I believe.
We don't have to know what
You,
case
were
it's
present
about,
this
you
night,
idiot.
correct?
Yes.
And do you remember the turn of events that happened that night as far as you being called?
Yes.
And could you tell us who you were called by?
I was initially notified by Chief Deputy Sam Smith.
And he asked you to proceed to the scene?
Yes, he did.
And once you proceeded to the scene, do you remember what time it may have been?
I arrived to the scene at 6:36 p.m.
And upon arriving to the scene, what did you do?
I approached the residence and made contact with the deputies that were on scene.
And them deputies would have been,
Sergeant Joe Lohmeyer and Deputy Bowden.
and in reference to making contact with them, you made contact with them where at the residence?
I walked through the garage, which had the overhead door open, and then I walked through an open door leading into like an entryway of the residence, and that's where they were standing. Also present was Sheriff Rich Wagner.
Rich Wagner, okay. I understand this maybe outside of your knowledge, but do you know why Sheriff Rich Wagner was there?
Because we had a serious call for service that he responded to.
All right, and he was on duty that night?
Yes,
You were briefed by Sergeant Lohmeyer, Mr. Lohmeyer, Miss Bowden, and Sheriff Wagner, correct?
correct.
No, this is my day job where I am a female body inspector. Thank you, Marissa, for gifting it to me.
I believe I primarily talked to Sheriff Wagner, and he gave me an overview of what Christine had reported occurred that evening.
Do you know who the first deputy was to arrive or who the first officer was?
I believe it was Deputy Bowden. It could have been Sergeant Lohmeyer. I know they arrived within minutes of one another.
And then obviously Sheriff, correct?
Correct.
After conferring with them, what did you do?
After getting the general information, I went out to my vehicle and started making phone calls to get investigators to the scene.
And you obviously called on investigators. Could you relay what their names were?
Called Investigator Miller, Investigator Shoney, and Investigator Summers.
And you said you were contacted by Chief Deputy Smith,
Yes,
and he was not on scene.
not when I arrived, no.
Did he arrive at a later time while you were there? Or?
I don't recall if he was on scene. If he was, it was very brief.
And obviously you stepped inside the entrance to the home, if you may, as you just stated. What did you observe?
I would say more of a enthusiast gynecologist. So I'll take a look.
Oh, boy.
What?
Baker. Nothing. All right.
Jamie,
Baker will take a look, guys.
Jamie, what's
Take a look inside that vaginal cavity.
yeah,
The
just to make
labia
sure you don't have any
maneuver.
labor manure.
Yeah.
I have a finger in a pot or two now and again. Jamie, what's the same with a dog and a nearsighted gynecologist?
What?
They both have wet noses.
Oh my God. Stop it. Quit trying to be. Brenda's not here, so you have to.
Yeah, Brandon is on vacation, so I have to do it.
Upon entering the home?
Yes, so I stepped from the garage into the entryway to where the deputies were at. I could see Christine on the floor, extremely upset, crying, telling the story about what happened.
And were you there when deputies helped her up?
I would have been on scene. I was not in the home when that happened.
You are aware, though, that deputies did end up helping her to a couch, correct?
I'm not.
After inquiring with investigators for them to come to the scene, what did you then proceed to do?
Thank you, Alan Balance, for supporting my OBGYN dreams by supporting the Latex Fund. I've found that most ladies like to feel the calluses more than the latex.
Oh, Baker.
Jamie, they made me do it. No, I'm not allowed to say the word moist when Jamie's on.
After calling my investigators, I made contact with the Illinois State Police and requested that they send a crime scene technician to the scene.
Deidre, there's no rhyme or reason to any of his questions. He's trying to establish that the timeline is off and everyone set him up, and no one is biting because he doesn't know how to impeach a witness.
Spoke to numerous deputies and coordinated a search of the area.
And while entering the scene, or when you entered the scene, right off, I would say a foyer, would that be correct? A foyer or entryway?
Yes.
You stepped into the open floor plan. How far would you determine you stepped into it?
I don't believe I stepped into the open area because there were other deputies there. I just was able to peek my head around the corner, see what was occurring, then I retreated out of the house.
And you obviously could see the open floor plan there in the living room, correct?
Correct.
Could you see the stove or kitchen sink?
I could see the kitchen. I don't remember if I could see the stove or the sink specifically.
I'm going to pull up an image for you. It would be one moment. Exhibit 13 right there, Sergeant McMahon. You stated that you did not step into there. You could lean around, correct? You could lean around the door frame, excuse me, the door frame right here, and you did not step across the threshold?
I don't recall if I did. I don't believe that I stepped through that threshold. It is possible, but I do remember leaning around that corner to see into the house.
In your report, you state that you could, upon entering, you stood in the entryway to the residence and you observed a knife on the floor between the living room and the kitchen, as well as numerous drawers in the kitchen that appeared to be open, correct?
Yes.
And there were, upon leaning into that entryway, you could see numerous drawers that were opened, obviously.
Correct.
Deputy Man, I'm going to step to number 6. Excuse me.
Thank you, Unbalance, for callus removal cream. No, rip for her pleasure.
Oh, Baker!
Jamie,
Deputy
it's not
Man,
me. It's Unbalanced.
I know that this kitchen is offset from the entrance doorway. It's set back further. If I were to step in the entrance here and lean around, the kitchen sits back that way, if you may. It sits back approximately almost maybe as far as that door there. I'm going to zoom in here for a moment. And if you see right here,
No. He was asking the witness husband earlier today. No, he's just an idiot who found her stranded at the road because she was afraid to drive on because she couldn't figure out how to turn the lights on in her car. And then he attacked her. Yeah, I was just reading chat.
It was him and his accomplice, and that was like, I think, wasn't it his like?
Yeah, it was his girlfriend and him, Blackridge. She pled guilty and got 40 years. So no spoilers, but you might figure out how this case is going.
where the hand is waving, there's a cabinet area. And then
the cabinet gnomes.
Here to the left, there's a chair.
Yeah.
Right there left to that chair is a wall that sits out further than this chair's back. And you stated in your report that you was able to observe a knife, which is here on the floor, and several drawers and cabinets that were open, correct?
Yes.
Deputy Man, when there's a scene and it's a criminal scene such as this, or any scene, is it appropriate for persons to close, open, touch, enter a scene, walk around?
Compound question, Your Honor, objection.
Is it appropriate for people to enter a scene and walk through that scene?
Objection, Your Honor, compound question.
Is it appropriate for people to enter that scene?
Yeah.
By people, who do you mean?
Well, let's start with law enforcement. Is it appropriate for law enforcement to enter that scene?
Yes.
Is it appropriate for a numerous amounts of law enforcement to enter a scene?
I believe that would depend on the scene.
But if there's no vital threat there, then several officers would enter the scene and go in and out, correct?
Again, that would depend on the scene.
Okay, a scene such as this is a very, and I will concede myself, this is a very heinous crime. It's sickening. Would you agree?
Objection, Your Honor. relevance to the degree of the crime.
Abstained.
Your Honor, thank you. It's a very violent crime. True.
Yes,
And when you have a violent crime such as this, persons are not supposed to enter the scene except for law enforcement, true?
generally speaking, we would try to limit who
And-
enters the scene.
And normally you would tape it off.
That again would depend on the scene.
In reference to, say, any normal homicide or rape where you're looking for DNA, would you expect to let other individuals into the home, citizens?
Not generally.
And when you arrived on the home, I want to ask you to clarify something for me. When you arrived at the home, you stated Sheriff Lohmeyer, Sheriff Wagner, Mr. Lohmeyer, and Deputy Bowden, correct?
Yes.
And there were no children of the declarant on the scene, correct?
I don't recall specifically if the children arrived, if they were already present when I arrived, or if it was shortly thereafter. But I know it was about the same time that everyone was showing up.
But they, at some point in time, they were in the scene.
Yes.
And that was more than one.
Yes, there were numerous family members. I don't
It's
recall
a
who they
heinous
were.
crime.
And they were inside the home.
I know that I had made contact with family members outside of the home and advised them that they needed to stay at the end of the driveway.
No,
I want to touch base on people.
We had
Obviously
enough
loaded
evidence
there, but I
on
want to
him
touch base on people
alone.
entering a scene. A scene such as this, generally, as stated, they do not allow people into a scene. Correct?
Correct.
And we already,
they just mentioned it. I can't remember.
Yeah.
It's close to the
I know
border.
Illinois, but I don't know.
It's close to the border of some other. It's near Springfield, Illinois. I can't remember. Sorry.
there were several individuals in the scene. You're obviously aware. If I could, lights again. Mr. Sergeant McMahon, there are approximately, to my count in the picture, over 20 cabinets and drawers. Well over 20. I'm not going to stay here and count them out, but there are over 20. I can estimate it as I once built cabinets. In all these cabinets, Sergeant McMahon, how many do you see open in the present area of the kitchen?
Yes, she drove them back there.
Well, there's certainly the one that's clearly open
Illinois.
on the right-hand side.
Right here.
I can't tell if the one directly to the left of that is partially open or not.
It does appear, I will concede it does appear to be partially open.
And then also the corner cabinet appears that it might be partially ajar.
Is it a goat?
And that would be, this would
The
be,
lower corner to the left of it looks like the stove.
oh, that is what's called a lazy Susan, Deputy McMahon, Sergeant McMahon. It would appear to be open because it needs a much wider gap to spin on its axis.
This is when the
What?
cabinet gnomes came in. Don't you remember the cabinet gnomes?
No, but what he just said about the lazy Susan.
Jamie, you're going to get your explanation because I remember it now. He's actually quite well versed in setting up cabinets.
It could appear to you, correct, that it'd be open? But
Yes,
probably not, maybe.
I'm interpreting the photo as you asked.
And if I slide the picture over here to this set of cabinets and display cabinets and drawers,
No one knows.
does it appear that from what you can see, that any cabinets are open, anything gone through? And I can switch to another picture in a moment, but does it appear that any drawers and cabinets are open?
From what I can see right now, it does not, but I don't have the clearest picture of that.
It's
Okay,
to say that they
I'll give
put
you
in the
one
wrong
moment,
description
and I
of
will-
the crime scene.
Proceed to image 14. That is of the same cabinets with a lit view directly in front of the cabinets. Sergeant McMahon, does any of these top display cabinets appear to be open?
They do not.
And down here on the bottom, do any of these cabinets and drawers appear to be open?
Perhaps the bottom left, perhaps, but if so, very minimally.
Yeah. So in concluding and observing these pictures, there were not numerous drawers and cabinets open, were there?
I believe there were.
You believe there were? These are crime scene pictures here.
Photos.
6, 14, and 13, I believe it was. These are crime scene pictures. That would
Photos.
entail, and they show that there are not numerous drawers open. Not at all. Not any cabinets, numerous drawers.
Judge, at this point, I'm going to object to leading this.
Danny T, I won't help you. This is not going to go well for
We
Danny
have
T.
only 6 super chat. Oh, Danny.
The direct examination.
Sustained, Mr. Terrell, if you would like to ask questions.
When a crime happens and a scene like this is taken into an account, and there are said to be several drawers and cabinets open, and a CSI, crime scene services technician, investigator, arrives at a later time, when them cabinets are closed or dealt with or handled in between time, would that be considered spoliation of a crime scene?
I don't know what that means.
Spoliation.
That entire sentence made no sense. When a crime scene service investigator agent arrives and multiple cabinets seems to be opened or closed, would that be spoliation of the crime scene? Spoliation.
Oh.
Yeah, Susan's laziness is not in evidence.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Hank. Yeah, spoliation of them those. He's right. He's always right. Yeah.
He's so stupid.
I love that he's just what?
Spoliation is
Exfoliation.
essentially
You're gonna
tampering with, altering, changing,
Explain it to him.
contaminating a crime scene.
He does not
Okay, could you repeat the
explain it
question?
to him.
When a crime scene is alleged to have happened, such as this, where a rape was alleged to have taken place, where violent acts were taking place, where DNA could have been left, where a CSI is needed. You've already accounted for numerous drawers and cabinets being open. You've accounted for a knife that's set way back.
Objection, Your Honor, compound question.
Sustained.
When one alters a scene, would that
Objection,
be?
Your Honor, assumes facts not in evidence. There's been no evidence that anyone has altered a scene.
There's evidence right here, Your Honor.
Objection sustained. Ask your next question.
I don't know how you exfoliate a crime scene.
In your determination, from your professional opinion, what is contaminating the scene?
Because it's not.
That would be, I suppose, the introduction of some sort of evidence or the removal of some kind of evidence that wasn't initially there.
Wasn't initially there, such as when you arrived, numerous drawers and cabinets were open. But now it's not there.
Objection, Your Honor, leading.
Sustained.
Your Honor, apologize. And when you arrived, how long were you there?
I was initially there from 6:36 p.m. until I believe 11:30 or so.
So you were there for approximately 4 or 5 hours.
Correct.
Sergeant McMahon, do you recall whether declarant was bleeding? Declarant CL.
No.
And did you observe any blood anywhere, what appeared to be blood?
No.
And throughout your time there, did you ever see the declarant sitting on a couch?
No.
And you were obviously back and forth throughout the whole scene, securing and making sure everything was done right as sergeant on the scene, correct?
I remained outside.
You
I did not go back in the residence after my initial contact.
Okay, okay, so let me re-ask, your initial contact, how long do you think you were in the scene, in the home?
I was in the home, I would say less than a minute, and then I went to the garage for several minutes.
And what did you observe out in the garage?
Mr. Lohman's truck was parked in the garage and, or Mr. Schmidt's rather, and there was a oddly placed pile of belongings in the parking spot nearest the entry door to the home.
If you would give me one moment. From that garage? If it was already in the scene?
Yes,
And could you relay that?
he left to go to the hospital.
And approximately what time do you believe they left to go to the hospital?
Oh, he
really
thinks
don't know.
he has all
Was
the
it
clues.
Hours after you were there?
No, I would say probably within half hour to 45 minutes of my arrival.
And you arrived at 6:36, so places us about 7:15 petition.
Somewhere in there. I really don't remember when they left.
Sergeant Mann, did you observe CL leave out of the residence?
Not that I
Out?
recall.
You were in the garage, correct?
No,
You just stated you were in the garage, Sarge. So far, you've been completely honest, but
Objection, Your Honor.
Oh my God.
Question.
you did not observe CL leave.
I don't recall seeing her leave.
And do you recall who she left with?
And it was family members. I don't know who exactly she was with.
You stated just moments ago that the truck had to be moved because she had to leave for the hospital.
Objection, no. He said Tim left for the hospital.
Sustained.
Is that accurate?
That Tim left for the hospital. Yes, that is accurate.
And you do remember him leaving?
I don't specifically remember the details of him leaving. No.
Throughout the rest of your night there at the scene, what did you do?
Objection, Your Honor, calls for a narrative answer.
A narrative.
Could focus the question a little more.
What was the procedure you took?
Did a canvass of the property, walked up and down the driveway, canvassed the outbuildings, looking for anything that could help us identify the suspects in this. Also coordinated with other law enforcement agencies, as well as deputies from our office, and awaited the Illinois State Police to arrive.
And can you explain what an ISPERN is? ISPERN?
ISPERN, it's the Illinois State Police Emergency Radio Network.
And
Iceberg.
there was a ISPERN placed. And in your report, it says, I advise dispatch to send out a second ISPERN alert.
Sperm. He's called it an
Sending out an
sperm.
ISPERN relates to?
Sure. So the Illinois State Police Emergency Radio Network is a statewide radio network that, when broadcasted over, all law enforcement in the entire state can hear. So I put out the vehicle and suspect information as we knew at that time.
And they also have the ability to relay ISPERNs to other jurisdictions such as maybe Hannibal, Missouri.
I'm really not sure how that works with going across state lines. I don't know if they can hear our ISPERN or if they relay it. I have no idea.
They could relay it though via.
Sure, they could call them or whatever they might do.
And that was the second
Oh, no,
ISPERN you
sir.
speak of here. Do you recall these two ISPERNs being placed?
Like being placed over the radio.
Yes. What times roundabout?
I don't recall the exact times. I know the first one was shortly after we determined what the vehicle make, model, and license plate was. The second one was after we identified who had stolen the vehicle.
And you say you identified who they stole, but you were not for sure at that time, correct?
It was our suspect information.
And in sending this ISPERN out, you would request one be put, and then you would hear it at a later time, correct?
Yes, I would contact my dispatch center and they would then send out the ISPERN.
So it's possible that they have to do a little bit of computer work and then they place it over the radio waves. True.
I'm really not sure how that side of an ISPERN works.
You stated in your record here that other deputies left the scene in an attempt to check the area in Quincy and Adams County for the stolen Toyota Avalon, correct?
Yes.
And you did not go out to look?
No.
You overheard radio, while you were searching, you stated here that you overheard radio traffic from the Adams County Dispatch Center, who advised that Hannibal Police Department had located the stolen Toyota Avalon in Hannibal and attempted a traffic stop with this vehicle. Do you remember the approximate time that was?
Approximately, I believe probably between 8 and 9 p.m. I could be off a little, but it was somewhere in that realm.
Yes. So that's about 2 hours after vehicle information was relayed to the dispatch center.
I don't know when the initial ISPERN went out.
And have you ever had a chance to review the 911 CFS report?
Yes,
And are you familiar with that?
somewhat.
Your Honor, I'd like to present the CFS report to the deputy, if I could.
Need the bailiff to take an exhibit to the witness?
And I will mark it, I have it on digital, Your Honor. I will mark it Exhibit 86.
We're getting close. 86.
And it is 5 pages in length. It is the,
Let's ask the witness to identify what it is. Once you get
Baker said they didn't do the 100 yet.
86.
I think it's with the blonde.
Your Honor, we're just going to make sure that the 86 is legible on the exhibit number.
the bailiff would take the defendant's
Number
exhibit
100 is not, it's not
Once
number
you've
100.
Identify
He
that.
just says it.
Would you please let me know?
Well, he says he's going to mark it 100 because it's 100% correct.
Tell me, Your Honor, I'd like to publish this to the jury, if I may.
The witness has reviewed it. You need to identify for the record what it is by your questioning him, and then we can proceed.
I apologize.
Your
Your-
objections.
And that is a CFS report, which is also known as a 911 report, correct?
I know it is a dispatch ticket, but I
Dispatch.
believe CFS, yes, that would be the same thing.
So now we get into the missing
What is
911
that?
call, Jamie.
Correct.
And what does a dispatch ticket include?
It's got the initial call time, the phone number that called, who called, what the report is, any information that's related to the 911 call taker. It's also got various notes from law enforcement, whether that be something that, some pertinent information that the dispatch would put on the ticket.
It's a bad movie.
We would also have arrival and departure times of deputies that were on scene, license plates, things of that nature.
And you said pertinent information that deputies would place forth. That would be notes such as procedure they took or calls that they sent out via radio or request,
That could potentially be something on there, yeah.
such as placing an ISPERN.
Correct.
And if you look on there, could you tell me?
I liked it
where
when it
there's
was
an ISPERN at the first
iceberg
ISPERN
more than
possible?
isburn.
When you're saying more sperm, it was funnier.
Yeah, iceberg is way funnier than iburn. Burn.
There was a portion that I believe would likely be the ISPERN, but it does not say ISPERN.
And Your Honor, I'd like to publish this to the jury.
Okay.
No objection. It'll be published for the jury.
Yeah, you did not go out and look for the stolen Toyota I was driving around, correct?
Yeah.
And this right here would be page 1, as you can see. Excuse me. Make this clear at one moment. That would be page 1 there, correct? Of the ISPERN or the CFS report you hold in your hand.
Your Honor, again, I would object at that point. This is a portion of page 1. We're obviously not looking at the full page.
I'm going to go down the page.
All right, I'll sustain the objection.
And these right here are the case notes, correct?
Yes.
And you see that there's the time to the left with the dial operator at the dispatch who took the calls or the requests. And then you have 6:09 here that states male came and attacked his wife and broke into the house and stole the car, correct?
Yes, that's what it reads.
And if you go on down, do you see anything that's considered an ISPERN?
Again, the first ISPERN I do not see on there specifically.
And if I continue to go down, I'm at 84809, and that is Marion County. Excuse me. Marion County called at 2006 and advised that Hannibal PD attempted to stop the vehicle in Hannibal, and it fled eastbound on the bridge into Pike County. That would be at 848, correct?
Yes.
And if you go on to page 2, you will see further information that people advise they saw suspects at a gas station.
I love that. They 8:59. They're already found Bradley
They're,
Yohn
yeah, they're already on top of it.
and Karen Blackledge. Another ISPERN suspect in vehicle, PC for stop and hold, fleeing, kidnapping, home invasion, and sex assault. They were in vehicle.
Can object, it doesn't say suspects. It says they have a witness from the gas station saying it was Karen Blackledge and Bradley Yohn. That's what the exhibit says.
Yeah,
It does say that.
say it correctly.
And that is approximately 2.5 to 3 hours later, true?
Yes.
And then you have the third one down. It's 11/9/21 of 2021 at 9:08 and 42 seconds p.m. And that is that S6 required another ISPERN. True?
Yes.
Like, they got you caught you
Yeah,
red-handed.
obviously, the rest, and this is just information on people included and the vehicle make and number. And then you have the arrival times of units. And I believe what we're seeing here is the time of,
Objection, Your Honor, is there a question?
Yes, the witness, the question.
in reference to S1.
He keeps doing this and keeps saying, yeah, and then they claim I threw her downstairs, I raped her, I stuffed. He keeps reminding the jury of what a POS he is.
Mhm.
And let me just disclose, it'll take the jury 17 minutes to reach an agreement. They didn't even drink a cup of coffee.
Their unit
Wouldn't
S1,
even bother.
Deputy Man. Status available. It says 6:03:25 p.m., correct?
Objection, Your Honor, that's not what it says.
For the time, it states,
Objection sustained. Rephrase the question, ask the witness if he knows what it says.
do you know what it says there under units S1?
It says unit S1 status is available and the time is 6:03 and 25 seconds a.m.
And could you relay why that may say AM?
It's probably when he went on duty that day.
Exactly, that's what I assumed. Right? Thank you. And you go on further, and we're still at S1 here on page 4.
Objection, Your Honor, it actually says unit S11 on the left side of the.
And if we go from page 3 to the bottom of page 3, it starts at units, S1, and then you go to page 4, and it continues with S1. Would that be a correct assumption? I mean, it's probably easier to see on your paper there, correct?
Yes, I believe the top of the page you're on now is a continuation from S1.
And you see the S1 was dispatched at what time? Could you read that off for us?
6:23:24 p.m.
And obviously arrived, as you stated, a little bit before you at 6:33, correct?
Correct.
And Sergeant Man, what badge number are you?
6.
My main reason for this was to identify ISPERN, so I'm not going to go any further. ISPERN, if I may, Your Honor, we see no record of an ISPERN.
Objection, Your Honor, is there a question?
You don't need to ask this witness.
Was there a record for an ISPERN?
Yes, sir.
And was that a second ISPERN?
There's a record of an ISPERN indicating that I requested the ISPERN at 9:08 p.m.
Can you shed some light on that, maybe?
Sure. So it states 11/9 of 2021 at 9:08 p.m. Sam 6, which is me, request another ISPERN. Suspect in vehicle. PC, which stands for probable cause. for a stop and hold for aggravated fleeing, kidnapping, home invasion, sexual assault. They are in the vehicle.
And at the top right of the page 1, could you read that box off to us?
The top right, which box?
The top right of the first page. It says CFS number.
Yes, CFS number 110921-102.
And that would be, what would the case number be in reference to?
That's not necessarily a case number. That's from what I know, that's just a numbering system associated with the ticket.
Deputy or Sergeant McMahon, could you tell us why there no number 1 ISBRN placed on that document?
No, I cannot.
After receiving the information that defendants had traveled across the Illinois state line, what did you proceed to do, being sergeant?
Are you referring to when I found out the vehicle fled from Hannibal?
Yes.
I relayed that information. I spoke to numerous sheriff's deputies and advised them to head south, head towards Pike County, and try to find him.
And Deputy Summer was in contact with the Hannibal Police Department and gathered information concerning this issue with Hannibal Police Department. Do you have any knowledge as to that?
I know that he spoke.
This one is 17 minutes, and that's the fastest I've ever watched. The only, I think, as faster is one Nick covered where the judge just threw the case out after the state finished.
To them in regards to the fleeing.
And that's the limited amount you have.
I couldn't tell you the conversations that he had.
Thank you. They talk, or you speak on contacting Quincy Police Department, and you spoke to a Sergeant Highland that advised a female identified as Karen Blackledge was suspected in a vehicle theft, correct?
That's correct.
And that was earlier on in the day, hours before maybe?
I don't know the exact time, but it was on November 9th, 2021.
And upon meeting with Deputy, or excuse me, I apologize, CSI Field, she arrived to the scene approximately 9 o'clock. What procedure did you take? Did you have any interaction with her?
I did.
And what interaction was it?
I briefed her on the case, a general overview of the scene as I knew it, and really just showed her, what we were dealing with.
So you entered the home then?
I did not.
And the following day,
Jamie, just to enlighten you, I'm going to finish this witness and then we're going to break for the day because Molly needs a walk.
Oh, Molly.
Karen, his questions are really relevant because they are setting him up. I don't think you have followed the case closely enough. They are lying.
Yeah, I don't think you understand how they framed him so badly.
He's framed. Someone knocked him out, stole his shoes, and gave him all the goods and the car after.
you spoke with Summers, who had been in contact with the United States Marshals Task Force Service. Did you have any interaction with that?
I did.
And are you part of the U.S. Marshal Service?
I'm not now, but I was then assigned to the United States Marshal Service, Fugitive Task Force.
And I don't have much more, McMahon. If you give me one moment. Oh, you learned that they had been the suspects, Karen D. Blackledge and myself, Bradley Yohn, were apprehended in Springfield. True.
True.
And you traveled to Springfield.
Yes.
And when you traveled to Springfield, what did you do on arrival?
I went to the address, I believe it's 1900 block of East Cornell. I met with the Marshal Service personnel as well as numerous Springfield PD detectives.
And was there anything that was, how do I say it?
I don't know. Because you
Anything
say everything
irregular
wrong.
about that scene in the vicinity of the area?
Yes.
Could you relay that?
I would assume the deceased male in the vehicle.
Well, since you point that out, what was the issue with that deceased male? Other than being deceased?
I mean, that he was dead.
Shot, yeah. And that was in very close proximity to where myself and Terrell.
Hear that? What was wrong with him other than being deceased? I mean,
There's nothing wrong with him per se. He was just shot in the face. Oh,
just like the cops, like, I mean, he was dead. Like,
it's but how weird of a coincidence is it that I could understand it because it's apparently a crack area. If it was someone who OD'd, no, it was another guy sitting in a car who had been shot. A house and a half away from the place where this asshole got picked up.
oh God, he's so stupid. Well, other than being deceased, was he all right?
Yeah. Did you talk to him? No, he was deceased. But did you try to communicate with him? No, my Ouija board was in my other cop car.
Black legs were found, correct?
Oh.
That's correct.
And very big coincidence, would you agree?
Objection, Your Honor. This witness doesn't know if it was a coincidence or not.
You do know that it had nothing to do with the defendant, correct?
Objection, Your Honor. This witness doesn't know if it had anything to do with the defendant or not.
How do you know, Mr. Jones? You won't even let the man answer. Everybody knows
I'm
at
going
this
to
time.
sustain the objection.
Oh, my God.
What the deceased male located in a vehicle nearby has to do with this case. You're not charged with the murder, and so.
And that's what I'm getting at.
relevance?
What
That
else did
doesn't
you know?
change anything.
Yeah.
I saw that the backyard of the residence had been taped off. There were, again, numerous Springfield police officers on scene. I saw a camper in the backyard, various outbuildings. I didn't spend a great deal of time observing the scene at that point.
And excuse me, could you repeat that last statement?
I didn't spend a great deal of time examining the scene at that time.
You didn't do a walkthrough?
No.
And who did you ride to Springfield with?
I believe I rode with Investigator Summers, but I believe I rode with him.
Possibly Shoney?
Possibly. I know four of us went. We took two vehicles. I don't exactly remember who rode with who.
And you state that you didn't get to enter the scene, you just observed from outside the tape, true?
Correct.
And what did you observe from outside the scene?
A camper behind the residence. A couple of
No, just that it is a coincidence, and because there's a coincidence, he must not be guilty. Again, if you try and use Bradley Yohn logic, all of it makes totally sense. But if you have two brain cells, none of it makes sense. So, yes.
Oh.
garden
What
shed
was wrong
outbuilding
with the
type
guy
things.
other than being
I believe there was maybe some luggage. I don't recall exactly what I could see from outside the tape versus once we later went onto the property. I don't remember what exactly I could see.
And was that was obviously from the back of
The alley in the rear, yes.
and did you observe a chair at that time?
Again, I am familiar with the chair. I don't remember if I saw that from the alley or when we went onto the property.
The second time.
Correct.
And I'd like to ask you, but I know the arrest, you filed for a warrant, or not you yourself, but other investigators with you filed for a warrant. And you went back to the scene, true?
That's correct.
And you then proceeded to search at approximately 7:30, 8:30, somewhere along the lines.
I don't remember the exact time. I know it was dark out.
And what did you find at that scene in relation to right outside the camper?
A purse on a metal chair.
And what was included in that purse?
A large amount of U.S. currency, a Ziploc bag full of assorted jewelry. There were checks from American Builder Supply with Tina's name written on them. As
Yeah,
well as
dummy.
a voter registration card with Tina's name and address.
And that's it, correct?
There may have been other things. I don't remember specifically everything that was in there.
After that, what did you proceed to do after the search had concluded?
After we were finished with the search warrant, I traveled back to the Springfield Police Department, and I observed via TV monitor as deputies conducted numerous interviews.
Oh, sorry.
Are you aware of any items
Sorry.
that were found worn on a person's body, such as myself?
I'm familiar with the property that we were provided
What?
by the Springfield Police Department. I don't know if you were wearing those items, but I am familiar with your property that was given to us.
And what approximately what time was that given to you? When was that given to you? Was it after the interviews or?
Yes,
Yeah,
it was
later,
shortly
Tina.
before we left. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, later,
It was very late at night.
And
Hi,
do
guys.
you remember a Disney card?
Disney card.
I do remember a Disney card. I don't remember if that was during the search warrant or in your property, but I do recall seeing a Disney credit or debit card.
We have had emergency vehicles going all day with the sirens on. It's so weird. Normally it never happens. And it's not like it's hot or anything today.
We're
That's
dropping
all I
like
had.
flies.
Thank you, Mr. Sergeant, man.
Mr. Ross?
Yes. Sergeant Command, do you still have Exhibit 86 in front of you?
I do.
And at the top of that exhibit, I won't put it on the screen, that's fine. It says Quincy, Adams County 911 call for service report, doesn't it?
Yes,
That means there was a 911 call, doesn't it?
correct.
Specifically in this case, according to the 911 report, there was a 911 call on November 9th, 2021 at 6:09 and 15 seconds PM. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And it says the complainant, the person who made the call, was Tim Schmidt, doesn't it?
Yes,
And it gives the phone number 440-4310 as the cell phone that made that call, doesn't it?
that's correct.
Let's go through that 911 call report since it's been introduced into evidence. At 6:09 and 49 seconds, the 911 report says
It's in the 60s here, Danny. Rain showers, maybe some thunder, and tonight we're going to get 15 degrees real numbers, which is roughly banana in American numbers.
male came and attacked his wife, broke into the house, and stole the car. Did I read that correctly?
That is correct.
At 6:10 and 4 seconds, it said it just recently happened within the last half hour. Did I read that correctly?
Correct.
At 6:10 and 27 seconds, it says wife is really upset, declined A&B, declined ambulance, correct?
That's correct.
At 6:11 and 1 seconds, it says he raped her, white male with black female. Did I read that correctly?
Correct.
At 6:11 and 9 seconds, it says unknown which direction, correct?
Correct.
And 5 seconds after that, he was gonna kill her with a knife.
Correct. Yes.
And a few seconds after that, 2018 white Toyota Avalon is what they stole. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Registered REG to American Builder Supply. Did I read that correct?
Correct.
Female had wild pants that were shorter than her ankles. Male had on jeans and a hat. Is that correct?
Correct.
At that point, we see S6 request ISB crime scene tech. They were contacted. You are S6. Is that right?
That's right.
It then says white male, red beard, short black female, wanted for questioning, ag, sex assault, and residential burglary. Is that correct?
Correct.
Then at 8:48 and 9 seconds PM, Marion County called at 8:06 and advised that Hannibal PD attempted to stop the vehicle in Hannibal. It fled eastbound on the bridge into Pike County, passing the whole exit at approximately 8:06. Pike County was also advised. Is that correct?
That's correct.
If there had not been an ice burn before 8:06, Hannibal PD would not have been looking for that Toyota Avalon, would they?
No, I don't believe so.
Then at
Yeah, why would
8:59,
they?
it says on the next page, Hannibal PD, Sergeant Wilt called over, said they have a witness from the gas station saying it was Karen Blackledge and Bradley Yohn. We'll have video footage tomorrow morning. Is that correct?
That's correct.
That's all the questions I have. Thank you, Sergeant.
Mr. Young.
Your Honor, yes, I do. Are you aware of that HPD video?
I've not seen it, but I believe there might be video of some kind.
Your Honor, I'd like to introduce Exhibit 80. That is a video from Hannibal Police Department they acquired. If I could, I do not have it to where Mr. Sergeant Mann can review it.
I don't have it where Mr. Sergeant McMahon can. He's Sergeant McMahon or Mr. McMahon. He's not Mr. Sergeant McMahon.
Mr. Sergeant McMahon. It's so stupid.
No, it doesn't, because there was no ice sperm on the 911 call, Iris. You want an innocent man put in prison. I am shocked.
However, it is from HPD that it was acquired throughout the deputies here. And it has a major reference in concern of ISPERN being placed.
Mr. Jones?
Objection, foundation.
The foundation
Lay the
is,
proper foundation.
excuse me,
We'll need to lay the proper foundation for such.
the foundation is, Mr. Sergeant McMahon here has stated that there was no iceberg placed, or that he could not find an iceberg on that document, the first one. And Mr. Jones here went to combat for him, saying that there is an iceberg obviously placed.
Went to combat
I would
for
like to
him.
clear up the iceberg issue.
And that would be wonderful if you lay the proper foundation for the exhibit, then you'll be allowed to do that, but you'll have to lay the proper foundation.
Your Honor, I don't have the witnesses familiar with it, so I can't present that evidence, but that evidence has been given to me previously in discovery.
And there's an objection by the state, and so again.
You
without the
just
proper
called the
foundation,
911
the evidence
operator
cannot
then,
be-
if you believe that
cannot
there's a
be
video
made.
proving your 911 call.
Any other questions for this witness on redirect?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
And can he be released from his witness subpoena if there is one?
Jamie,
Yes.
Molly is going to get her walk, and we're doing the last. Well, I have to figure out with the Mama Baby Baker tomorrow, but we'll figure out when I'm streaming tomorrow. It might not be at 9, it might be at some other point, but I'm having vacation guests, so everything will be a little in flux the next couple of days. I don't even know. She said till next week. What's next week? That's a Bradley Yohn amount of time. Is it Monday? Is it Sunday? Well,
Yeah,
we'll figure it out.
exactly.
Is he just not consulting with the actual lawyer? Is the actual lawyer not helping him? He has to ask him a specific question, but he can't tell him this is the way you lay foundation.
Yeah.
Because he has said, I want to have standby counsel, but I don't want him to run my case. He would have known all of these procedures. He can ask him questions, but he can't tell him, well, this is how you do it on a Friday night.
Yeah. You just can consult with him, but yeah, can't tell him what to do.
Yeah. When is the what day of his dad? I promised that it was today, but I sadly was mistaken. I have these 3-hour blocks, and I thought today's video would only be. The rest of them are really short, so I thought that Dad was here, but we need the big chunk of this. Well, the small chunk of this one. We've been 4 hours today, and it's only an hour, 2 hours more, and we're at 1:25, so we'll get through it tomorrow, and potentially we'll chuck the last of them off because it's not a lot. But I have to figure out how to do with the baby. Influx. Is she okay with that? As I said, I am a enthusiast hobby OBGYN.
Puppy? Did you say puppy?
Hobby, not a puppy, Jamie. Yeah, you had too much fun chatting. Well, this is actually what it's for because, hey, everything else is closed down. It's vacation time. So I'm just doing this so you all have a place to hang and talk. And so nice of you to join us. Even though everyone disappeared right at the end. Thank you all. 144 of you who still left on the YouTubes, 10 people on the Rumbles. And I'll keep the banner about the Aiden because I get a lot of questions about it. Aiden will be here next week. I need to do the on the dates. I don't know where I am on my calendar.
Yeah, X out the days.
Yeah. join the Discord. Follow me on Twitch so you know when we're going live. Because as I said, I'll have to figure out when to do it with family in the house. And see, Jamie, I had to sleep on an air mattress. Apparently, that's good enough for me.
Wait, move over again. That's an air mattress?
Yeah. Well, I put covers on it.
Well, it looks fancy. Is that a
Well,
duvet cover?
No,
sleeping
Jamie,
bag.
it's one of your dreaded one-person sleeping bags.
Look at it. It's a tricky little thing, isn't it?
No,
a
it's
sleeping bag.
it's you keep this at the foot end of your bed because that's where the opening is, and then you just take your cover over you.
Yeah, and you just slip right in it.
No,
You got-
because the opening is at the foot end. You just place it over your body and you lay down and you go to sleep.
Oh.
1 week from today, Aiden will be on. Yes, at 8 p.m. Eastern. And we'll probably talk about everyone is losing their mind on the Twit today. Don't be a mind loser. Be a mind user. That's my new catch line, Jamie. It works really well.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, it's in Sweden. They deserve it. This is why I sleep with blankets, not comforters. When you live in Europe, especially the northern part of Europe, you'll learn how to sleep with something on you. Is Jamie your guest? For what? No, Jamie
No.
is not coming over. My grandson and his mom is coming over. They're fixing up their garden and they're going to use some heavy machinery. So just so there's a chance the kiddo can get some sleep and I can get to see him. They are visiting me. So we'll see how long we can suffer each other. Well, me and Baby Baker won't be a problem, but me and my daughter fighting over one bathroom could be a problem. But it's going to be wonderful. Love you all. See you all at some point tomorrow. I have to figure out because maybe the dad is driving them down or I have to go. So we'll figure it out. Hasta la taco. And throw some muffins in chat.
What exhibit are you referring to?
I'm going to make this 100, Your Honor.
All right.
100.
100.
Because it is 100%
100%.
correct.
So you literally built a cannon?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
All
right, I'm in love.
Go back. Please do that again. Oh, that was the cutest thing I've ever seen.
While I'm waiting for this, did you, whether it's true or not, believe that Mr. Randolph had slept with your wife?
I wouldn't care.
You wouldn't have cared?
No,
Did you believe he had slept with your wife?
no,
Did you believe he slept with your mother-in-law?
probably did. Everybody has.
So there-
Everybody has.